Your support keeps us going.
Let us start this enriching journey by invoking the divine blessings of Ma Saraswati. Revered as the goddess of wisdom, she is the celestial source of knowledge, learning, inspiration, and creativity. The radiant force which dispels the darkness of ignorance and illuminate our minds with clarity and virtuous truth.
To mark this auspicious commencement of today's conference, I have the honor of inviting Shrimati Shashi Batla ji, Dr. X.K. Garg and Dr. Vivek Sharma for the traditional lamp lighting ceremony, an act that symbolizes enlightenment, hope, and the pursuit of wisdom. I also request Dr. Jaya Malhotra to escort these dignitaries.
या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्ला ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदा जाड्यान्धकारापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थिता
A heartfelt gratitude to all the dignitaries for gracing us with their participation in this ritual.
Now, please direct your attention to the screen as we present an audio-visual tribute showcasing the visionary leadership and remarkable contributions of Dr. Vivek Sharma, Director, JMI ETI, whose dedication continues to elevate the standards of our institution. Please pay attention to the screen.
Now, I warmly invite Dr. Vivek Sharma to the stage to share the highlights and distinguished offering of our esteemed institutions, JMIT and JMI ETI. Let's give a warm round of applause to welcome him, please.
Hello, am I audible? चल रहा है? शुभ क्षणे शुभारंभे शुभ कर्मणि विशिष्यते प्रारभते शुभ कार्यम मंगलम सर्वात भवेत. At this auspicious moment, let's begin this noble endeavor. May this journey always be blessed with success and goodness. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all at this parents teacher conference. Today is a special occasion where leaders from education and of different institutions have come together for a common purpose to reflect, to share, to strengthen the foundation of education. We at State Jayaprakash Mukundlal institutions have grown into a hub of academic excellence while staying true to our values and our heritage. Our heritage, we have a strong legacy of academic excellence at our institutions. Our heritage starts with our founder, Sid Mukundlal ji, who was an ardent follower of Mahatma Gandhi ji. He was called as Pagla Bhagat of Mahatma Gandhi ji. He rose from a very humble background, become leading industrialist of the country, and then came back to his roots, started the chain or founded the chain of our institutions. Right now it's 29 institutions. His son, Sid Jayaprakash ji, as you know that the skills, the values, the excellence, it runs through generations. His son, Sid Jayaprakash ji, founded another 12 institutes on the name of Sid Mukundlal ji. And our present chairman, Sid Ashok Kumar ji, is now bearing the torch and guiding us all. Our heritage inspires us as we expand, adapt to the changes. Under the umbrella of Sid Mukundlal institutions, we run several institutes in different domains, starting from engineering college, polytechnic, management, and schools. Although we all are working in different domains, but still our only goal is to get to excellence. These are the technical institutes that our group runs: JMIT Rador, ETI Rador, SJPB Damla, Sid Jayaprakash Polytechnic Damla, Sushila Model Polytechnic at Ghaziabad, and TIMT at Yamunanagar. So we have engineering colleges, we have polytechnics, we have management colleges, and together we are like training about 1,000 students a year to achieve diverse careers in the market. Now, JMIT and ETI are our two engineering colleges. Of course, JMIT was established in 1995, ETI was established in 2012. Both are self-financed institute located at this place, Rado, and spread over 32 acres of land. And as you will walk through the college, you will find that it is so carefully designed, not only to be balanced as aesthetics, functionality, as well as learning-friendly environment. If we talk about our disciplines, we continually strengthen that multidisciplinary studies. We have different departments like computer science and engineering with artificial intelligence, information technology, mechatronics and mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering and computer engineering, MBA, BBA and BCA. And we take pride in the fact that we cater students from a very diverse background. Our students come from 11 states and about like 110 cities. That brings vibrancy to my campus. Yes, in order to keep a pace with the industry, the changing needs of the industry, we also offer BTech honors with minor specialization. Of course, student has to earn 20 extra credits to get this honors degree. But that's certainly going to give them a cutting edge in the competition. Of course, our engineering education, today our engineering education sector poses different challenges as well as opportunities. Look, technology is very rapidly changing. Expectations of industry is again changing on daily basis. Aspirations even of our students are changing. So we need to continually improve, continually innovate. Some of the challenges that we face, unfortunately, are like lack of fundamental knowledge. That's a hard fact. That's a hard truth. Lack of practical skills. Lack of even daily updations of their own fields. Then, yes, there is a serious gap of analytical reasoning. There is a serious gap in team spirit, serious gaps in communication. On the top of that, the emerging technologies that today coming in like IoA, IoT, AI, all these require a different set of competencies. So it's very tough times. We need a whole strategic planning to deal with these things. The strategic planning should be able to take us systematically from assessment to implementation to finally evaluation. Once we have planned, we need to continuously monitor that plan. It's not only that once we have planned, it's okay, the job done. No, we need to continuously analyze it, measure it, and then control it. And that cannot be done in isolation. Any such feedbacks, we need to devise a feedback mechanism that's going to involve all stakeholders, right from faculty to students, to teachers, to my alumni, of course, to parents. And at our institutes, we have institutionalized several feedback mechanisms. For students, we have ERP feedbacks, we have student councils. For parents, we have parent-teacher meets. For corporate, our teachers keep on going to corporates, we have HR meets and all. Of course, for alumni, we continuously do the alumni system. And then we have devised an MIS system. MIS system through which we are going to write down all the activities that we are doing. We need to analyze all the activities that we are doing. And the feedback is being used to monitor and control those activities. The strategy that we follow at our institutes are 3H strategies. That is hands-on practice, heads-on practice, and hearts-on practice. Hands-on practice basically is learning with experiments. So how we do it? We implement practical work that leads to actual products. We keep our labs open for experimentations. We give live projects to our students. Further, we collaborate with the industry and set up industrial labs at our institutes so that our students get first-hand experience of the tools and the technologies those actually industries are using. In field of that, we have established these center of excellences at our institutes: robotics, MATLAB, industrial automation, PLC design, quality and control centers for civil, then Daikin air conditioning lab. We have ICT-based skill labs. So the next comes here, learning with heads-on. The hands-on learning gives you a practical experience. Hands-on learning is going to improve your intellect. So it's going to improve your analytical ability, critical thinking, innovation skills. For that, you require hands-on learning. For that, we have devised guest lectures, then brainstorming sessions, of course, peer learning, and all these activities. For this, we invite industry peoples only. For heads-on learning, our concept is that, yes, actually who is working on these technologies should be there to teach my students. That's why we invite industry people to give hands-on learning. Then, yes, our students keep on participating on various competitions, national level hackathons, different hackathons. We have, in fact, stopped counting the laurels that are being brought by our students in these hackathons. They are countless now. Then, yes, we provide GATE classes to the students if they want to go for higher education and so. Next come heart-soul learning. Heads-on learning, hands-on learning, that's all good. Now we are entering into phase of Industrial Revolution 5.0. We were at Industrial Revolution 4.0. 1.0 was all about mechanicals, 2.0 was all about mass production and electricity, 3.0 was all about electronics and IT systems, 4.0 was all about cyber physical systems. Now 5.0 is all about humane, sustainability and resilience. To make our students a good professional in this kind of environment, what we need to do is to train them with hearts on, so that they are empathetic, so that they are socially responsible. So we do this with community service, with interdisciplinary projects and so on. Of course, I'll recommend that you should also at your school level implement STEM education. This is going to improve the critical thinking, analytical abilities, and innovation in your students, and will give us a better raw product to polish them. Learning can never be better and effective if it is done with fun. So for that, we have about like 60 clubs which do all kind of activities. These basically helps us to to discover the hidden passions of students, to refine their skills. Now, through these clubs, they can actually excel in technical, non-technical, cultural, extracurricular, any activity. Training and placement, the most important thing. You see, the actual thing is our final product, and that's being given by Training and Placement Office. Fine. So for training and placement, we actually prepare our students as per the expectations of our recruiters. We do a gap analysis of the students, then through mock interviews, through CV building, through brainstorming sessions, we build them for our recruiters. Together, everyone achieves maximum. Yes, this is another unique thing that we do at our placement office. You see, you go to any other engineering college, ask a faculty member how your placement is happening. So they'll say, not my circus, not my monkey. That they don't care about it. But it's not the case at our institutes. At our institutes, each and every faculty member is involved in the placement activity. They are supposed to go to companies, they are supposed to understand the needs of industry, they are supposed to bring in industrial people to train my students. So it is because of this collective efforts that this placement cycle of ours has seen 343 placements. Almost all eligible candidates have already been placed in my institute. Yes, mentoring through alumni, again, it is very important factor in student development. Our alumni are very active. We have about like 10 live chapters spread across the globe. And they continuously help us in arranging guest lectures, placements, motivation incubation centers, EDC cell. Our alumni plays a very, very positive role and contribution into them. Digitization, yes, we have embraced digitization through smart classrooms, ERP. This basically helps us in interactive learning and technology-driven learning. We are very much focused on sustainability campus. Sustainable campus, we have rainwater harvester, sewage treatment plants, solar plants. Apart from academics, we provide all basic facilities to our students that's going to sustain the environment. That's going to provide them a support environment. From central library to skill-based workshops, add-on classes, indoor activities, all these things are provided at our institutes. Then apart from academics, other activities to develop their intellect, we do yogas, sports, convocations, talent show, cultural activities. These are regular part of our college. Personality development, I am sure Jaya will tell you more about this. This is again a separate department of the institute that actually helps us to groom our students to the level of industry expectations. The things won't be complete if I don't talk about the social contributions of my group. My group is very much socially active through our blood donation melas, Mukand healthcare programs, health insurance, Priti Bhoj, green campaign. These are our regular features. Apart from this, we do cater our employees also. We have a very strong relationship with industry and academia. If I am going to list all the MOUs, the slide is not enough for that. So we have ample number of MOUs with industry and academia. A couple of slides for you guys. You are my teaching community. Teach. I'm not going to speak anything about these slides. If they don't learn the way you teach, then teach the way they learn. Great teachers, the influence of a great teacher can never be erased. effective teacher praises his students. Life of a teacher is like a bicycle, keep running, you'll hold the balance. And a teacher is going to affect 3,000 students in their lives, so be careful. Your job is very important. You are a very important pillar of the society. Of course, he once said, you know who he is? I'm sure teacher community must know. So he once said, remember your work may be only to sweep a railway crossing, but it's your duty to keep it as much clean that no other railway crossing in the world is as clean as it is. So do your work to the best level of your abilities. With that, I'll end it. Thank you all for listening to me. Thank you. Thank you. हो गया खत्म?
Please accept our heartfelt gratitude, sir. Your intuitive leadership truly motivates us all to pursue excellence and innovation in education.
Let us now witness an inspiring AV presentation capturing the extraordinary journey, unwavering commitment and transformational impact of Shrimati Shashi Batla ji, Director, Mukund Schools. Under her inspiring leadership, Mukund Schools have blossomed into beacons of holistic development.
It is with immense pleasure and it is with immense respect and admiration that now I invite Batla ma'am on the stage to grace us with her words of wisdom.
A very good morning to all of you. The elite of educationists, respected leaders, principals, and the teachers. The theme before us today is manifesting purposeful learning, safer, smarter, and sustainable tomorrow. To me, manifesting means making ideas a reality, sowing seeds today so that they bear fruit in the years to come. Education is one such seed. It is not merely about securing employment, but about equipping learners with the ability to apply knowledge to real world challenges. Purposeful learning, therefore, is learning that is relevant, holistic, and transformative, nurturing intellectual, social, emotional, and physical well being. This is what NEP 2020 envisions, and this is what we strive for. For safer tomorrow, a safe environment is the foundation for effective learning. Over the past decade, we have worked tirelessly to ensure safety across 4 dimensions: physical, emotional, social, and digital. For physical safety, safe infrastructure, clear signages, emergency preparedness, regular health checkups, student safety insurance, and above all, no corporal punishment. Healthy eating is promoted through a suggested tiffin menu, while yoga and sports are compulsory foster wellness. And for emotional safety, we focus on celebrating achievements, however small, and encourage teachers to counsel rather than criticize. Anti-bullying programs, observation of unusual behavior, and mental health support are part of our system. Teachers are trained to counsel, and professional counselors are also engaged. And for social safety, students participate in community meals, donation drives, and visits to orphanages and old age homes. These experiences cultivate empathy and gratitude. For digital safety, we educate learners on cyberbullying, online etiquettes, and media literacy. UNICEF's Child Safety Framework guides our practices. When children feel safe physically, emotionally, socially, and digitally, they learn the best. And for smarter tomorrow, smarter learning means learning how to think and not just what to think. We align learning with the SMART approach: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Technology has transformed education. Smart classrooms, apps, YouTube channels, and artificial intelligence-powered tools have made learning interactive and accessible. With artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and virtual reality, abstract concepts have come alive. Teachers benefit too, using artificial intelligence for planning, assessment, and feedback. But beyond technology, the skills that define the future are creativity, problem solving, and adaptability. Education must prepare learners not just for jobs, but for life in a changing world and for sustainable tomorrow. Friends, education is not a race. It is a relay, passing the baton of a better world to the next generation. Sustainability is about meeting today's needs without compromising tomorrow. Our curriculum is aligned with UNESCO's sustainable goals. We emphasize reducing, reusing, recycling, conserving resources, and promoting renewable energy systems. Our schools have solar plants, waste management systems, STPs, and rainwater harvesters. Students practice sustainability through composting and gardening, learning that small actions makes a big difference. When learners grow up with sustainable habits, they carry them into adulthood, shaping a greener tomorrow. And the challenge ahead. Yet, friends, I must admit, I stand in some fear. The future is uncertain. Artificial intelligence and automation are reshaping jobs, and it is difficult to predict what skills will be relevant 10 or 20 years from now. We often overestimate what technology can do in 5 years and underestimate what it can do in 20. So, what must we do? The answer lies in nurturing lifelong learners. Our students must be agile, adaptable, and values driven. They must not be confined. They must not be confined to one specialization, but ready to navigate multiple careers. Here, schools must step in where families can no longer pass on traditional values by fostering integrity, compassion, and resilience. Yes, artificial intelligence may support teaching, but it can never replace a teacher. A teacher's essence is brains, heart, and humanity. If we can teach our children to learn with purpose, live with compassion, and lead with courage, they will build a safer, smarter, and sustainable tomorrow for all. And in the end, I thank JMIT for giving us this platform to reflect and share. Let us commit to manifesting purposeful learning today for the secure, intelligence, and sustainable world of tomorrow. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your invaluable perspectives.
We heartily welcome esteemed principals from various reputed schools. Dr. Saravjeet Kaur, Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur School, Traudi, Karnal. Miss Nisha, Shri Ram International School, Lalupura, Karnal. Mr. Pramod Grover, MLN Senior Secondary School, Rador. Mr. Davinder Rana, GGGS Polytechnic College. Miss Manisha Sasan, Shama Public School, Dhodang. Miss Seema Kataria, MLN Public School, Yamuna Nagar. Dr. Ashok Kumar, Markanda National College.
Ms. Renu Gupta from SD Senior Secondary School, Karnal. Mr. Ravinder Sharma from DAV Senior Secondary School, Karnal. Dr. Sudesh Bansal from Maharaja Agarsen Senior Secondary School. Ms. Komal Lathar, Jain Girls Senior Secondary School, Karnal. Mr. Sahib Singh, Gyan Jyoti High School. Ms. Ritu Rani from Globe Heritage International School, Rador.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your invaluable perspective. Your wisdom has given us a new direction and inspiration as we strive for educational excellence.
We now request everyone to turn toward the screen for another special presentation dedicated to our first distinguished speaker, Dr. Pradeep Mittal, Professor and Director, IT Cell, Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. Kindly join us as we witness this inspiring story. Please have a look to the screen, please.
First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me on such an auspicious occasion. It is very much auspicious. Reason is school teachers are there, college teachers are there, school principals are there, college principals are there. So it's a very good opportunity for all of us to understand what school is doing, what college is doing, what institutes are doing. So that becomes a very good opportunity for all of us to understand the things that what colleges should do, what schools should do. Although my topic is cyber security and safety, but I'll be talking a little bit more than that actually. So one of my motive for joining CBSE as a resource person for the various CBPs was this, so that I am able to understand what school children are learning, what the teachers are teaching to them. So that was one of the major motive of joining the CBPs. And I am very much impressed by the CBSE. CBSE has done a wonderful job. CBSE has provided a lot of material, although the teachers are saying 50 hours of maybe training they need to do. That becomes sometime too hectic, but still it's a very good thing that all the teacher must be aware about maybe various aspects of NEPs and also about the various changes that the education is taking place. For example, we are using AI. So what are the various tools that can be used in education in AI? That is obviously one of the topic that will be taken care of by some later speaker. Another aspect is with reference to cyber security. Every child, every teacher should be aware about how to maintain security on a cyber network. Okay. Along with that, the various other CBPs that CBSE is conducting, they are educating parents about education. So even the teachers are being trained in such a manner, they are able to understand how to talk to the parents. Another aspect is NEP 2020, NCF 2023, then NCF for foundational education. So number of CBPs are there, critical thinking, all these CBPs are there. And sometimes I think even universities should also do these type of things. That there are refresher courses in universities and they are taking care of these things, but CBSE is doing in a better way as compared to universities, I must say that. Okay. And schools are, I have visited 2 schools which are related to Mukund organizations. One is I think ML and Yamunanagar and other is Swaraj Public School. So I visited 2 schools for CBP and they were already doing a wonderful job. They were already, most of the teachers were knowing these things. Okay. I think I should now come to my topic, that is cyber safety and security. Okay. As you are able to see, there is a message, although this message has become quite old. Everyone is understanding what is the meaning of this message. So this message says, if you are clicking on this particular link or you are sending such type of detail, you know obviously what will happen. Okay. So the thing is, we are trying to train the teachers so that they are knowing, not doing such type of mistakes. Not only the teachers, but they are able to make aware the children, even if it's a children of first class, whether it is 12th class, whatever class, number of children are using their mobile for gaming purpose. Okay. And they are just in the greed of having some points. They may click on some particular link and they get trapped with that. Okay. So that type of scenario is there. Next please. So we'll be talking a bit about cyber world. In this, the learning objectives are, these are the learning objective of today's session. I will try to make it brief. That is cyber ethics, cyber security, cyber crime, and cyber awareness. And if time permits, a bit about digital footprints as well. Okay, next please. So if we talk about cyber ethics, before moving to anyone else, before putting a finger to anyone else that he is doing wrong things, we must be aware what we must do. That is, ethically, how should we behave on a cyber world? As we know, cyber world means connected world basically. If you ignore internet, if you disconnect all the computers, no attacks will be there. There won't be an issue. If you don't apply a pen drive in your system, no attack will be there. Okay. The attacks are there when it is a connected world. Okay. Actually, I think in 1960s, mainframe computers were there. There were no attacks till that time. Okay. The first attack was, I think, in 1971, and the virus was, I think, Creeper virus. This was the virus, first virus originated, although this was not doing any harm, and this was just displaying a message that if you can, I am on you, if you can catch me up, something like that. It was not doing any harm, just stopping for your screen for a while. And in accordance to that, an antivirus was designed, and that was Reaper. Original was Creeper, and Reaper was designed to avoid such type of problem. Then in 1971, actually it initiated throughout the world. If I talk a bit about India, in India, I think in 1990s, the virus attacks, most of the virus attacks came. Reason was because in India, the computerization was done a bit later in 80s and 90s, and most of the virus attacks were on either on banking environment. Reason being, the government focus was on financial transaction only at that point of time. On other aspect, government was not majorly focusing. Okay, number of viruses are there. These type of aspects are there with reference to cyber security. Okay, so if I talk specifically about cyber ethics, first thing that one must be take care of, that is, you should not plagiarize anything basically. Okay, if there is some content which is written by on your own, there is a concept which is termed as IPR, intellectual property right. Two type of rights are there. One is, for example, if I say this building is mine, so this is a physical property. Other property is property in the cyber world, whatever is occurring in your mind. Suppose I am speaking and somehow I got some idea. Okay, and one thing is I discuss this idea here itself. Okay, in that case, what can happen? It might happen that that idea is stolen by someone else and is published before me by that person. In that case, the idea will be that of his, right? So that is the scenario with reference to this. So IPR says intellectual property right, that is whatever is created by your mind, that is your property, but for that property to owned by you, to be owned by you, what you need to do, you need to register it. Okay, there are various type of registries with reference to IPRs. For example, there is a copyright. Whenever you are writing a book, so there is a Copyright Act. Okay, there are another type of aspects, that is patents, that is you have done some invention. There are another type of things which are termed as basically maybe some logo or something like that. So that type of thing is there, that is IPR. Next. These are actually number of acts are there with reference to the IPR. Will not be going into the details of the acts. Next. As you are able to see, copyright, that is any material that you have written, okay, and if you wish, no one else should use it. For example, if I am designing a software, okay, it can't be patented. Software is not applicable for patent, rather it is applicable for copyright. Okay. Similarly, if I say a song, I have created a song, in that case it can't be patented, it again goes into the copyright, right? Third thing is trademark. For example, I have registered a trademark, for example, Mukund. Okay, so in that case, that will belong to me, no one else can take it. Okay, other person can take this, it is written as MUKAND. Instead of that, if I say MKAND, I remove U, so it might be taken, not necessarily, but it might be taken, although Mukund can argue with the maybe registering authority that it is very much similar to this, it may create confusion, so should be revoked, but it can be done, right? So that is bit about to protect IPR. So plagiarism I have already talked about, that is if you are writing the content of someone else, okay, without referring it, There are two aspects. One is you are using as such the similar content. Okay. If it is a definition, valid, no issues. If it is a universal definition, in that case you can say as per X person, this is the definition, because it is a universal truth, no issues. But if it is a concept, in that case you can't use that concept as it is. Okay. And even if you are changing the wording of that concept, you are changing the concept in your own language, still you need to refer to him that this concept has been taken by X person or taken by X research paper or whatever it is. Okay. So if you are doing this thing, in that case it will not come into the category of plagiarism, but if you are not referring it, it will come into the category of plagiarism, right? Next. These are the various acts that come under plagiarism, that is using the content of someone else. I think I have already discussed. Next. Now, after discussing a bit about cyber ethics, I will try to touch upon what is a cyber crime. So if I say cyber crime, so anything, suppose a person is there or a group of person is there who is trying to steal something. Now, what is this steal something? Okay, steal something means if someone is willing to steal your money, is willing to steal your identity, is willing to defame you. Okay, so all these aspects come under the cyber crime. Okay, if I ask a small question, if someone can tell me your password, please. Your Gmail password, if someone can tell me. Actually, what I do in CBPs, I ask the same question from the various teachers, and always I identify at least 2 to 3 teachers which are telling me the password. Okay, so if you are disclosing your identity so easily, okay, I am unknown to them, but still they are disclosing. Okay, so that is the problem with that, and due to this reason actually these cyber crime occurs. Okay, but it is not necessary that you have disclosed your identity. It is also possible that there are some attackers, even if you have not disclosed your identity, still they are able to retrieve your data. Okay, now what type of data can be retrieved? It may be through number of attacks. We can take a very simple example. A simple example of the attack is man in the middle attack. Okay, suppose I wish to communicate to sir. Okay, and I am communicating in a very low volume, but still someone is maybe placed over there. Okay, he or she is trying to listen our things. Okay, so in that case, that is actually man in the middle attack. Not necessarily not exactly same. Actually, man in the middle attack says, if I am sending a message from one system to another system, in between there is another system which will be taking my message and sending a different message to the another computer. Another computer will think that same message is being communicated by me. Okay, but it is not the me, it is some other person. That is the man in the middle attack. Okay, so such type of cyber crimes are there. Okay, do you watch movies? Okay, you should actually. There is a movie named as CTRL. Have you heard about this movie? CTRL, control. Okay, actually there is a button in the keyboard that is control, CTRL. Actually in that movie there was an app which was controlling every aspect of a personal life of a person. Okay, it was just asking this thing that whether you are giving me full authority to do XY thing. Okay, and the person says yes, because otherwise the app was not installing. Okay, because app was very necessary for him or her. So clicked on that, and on the basis of that, every aspect of that particular person, whether it is girl or boy, okay, was taken care of. Okay, there is one more serial, I should say, web series, Special Ops. Okay, have you seen that? Season 1, season 2. Okay, again you might be saying that I'm watching a lot of these type of stuffs. Okay, but in the Special Op 2 specifically, there is a attacker which is able to decrypt everything. For example, that was with reference to national security. Okay, so even if we are willing to send some data to some other person, they are decrypting that data. Okay, so such type of security issues are there in the cyber world. The only thing that can save us is the awareness. Okay, the awareness should be at the level of from class 1 to up to whatever age he or she is having. Even if a person is having age of 80 years, still he or she, if he is having a smartphone, in that case, he or she needs to be aware about the cyber security. So these are some of the things with reference to cybercrime. One is hacking. If I talk a bit about hacking, three types of hackers are there. One type of hacker are termed as white hat hackers, other is black hat hackers, and third is gray hat hackers. White hat hackers basically are ethical hackers. For example, if someone is stealing the data of this particular institute, okay, so what we can do is we can hire a person, or there might be a person in between. Dr. Vivek is such type of person. So the thing is, we can hire someone who can act as a ethical hacker. He or she will be trying to check the vulnerability in our system. He or she will be trying to check that what type of things can be hacked, okay, and after that will be revealing to you that these type of vulnerability are there. Other is black hat hackers. Name indicates black hat. That means a person who is not hired, who is doing something, who is stealing your data illegally, okay, so that is a black hat hackers, and the motive of the black hat hackers is obviously to gain some money from you or defame you or something like that, okay. Other is gray hat hackers. Again, they are also not authorized. The only difference is, for example, if a student of your institute becomes very good in hacking, in that case, and you have not given good marks in internal assessment, okay, so in that case, later on, he or she may hack your data and later on say that this teacher doesn't give me correct marks, okay, so please remove him, then I will correct your system, okay. So that type of scenario could be there. So they might be blackmailing it, and sometimes they may be just asking for some reward. They might be asking that please provide me a job because I will be able to correct your system, okay. So that comes under hacking. If I talk about phishing, I hope normal phishing we are already familiar. That is, we are picking a fish, okay, and here the message which was written in the first slide itself, that was an example of phishing. That is some message there, you are clicking on a link and correspondingly you are getting into a trap. Third one is cyber stalking. Again, I hope everyone here is familiar with what we mean by stalking. So one is normal stalking, here it is cyber stalking. Someone is keeping a watch on you, on your activities. One of the examples could be cookies actually. There can be two types of cookies, good cookies and bad cookies. If it is a good cookie, in that case, the advantage is this: every time when you open a website or a web page, it becomes very fast, okay. For a bad cookie, if you downloaded that cookie, they may put a watch on everything that you are doing. For example, you are typing a password or you are doing any act, they might be retrieving that information. That comes under actually cyber stalking. Other is credit card frauds, okay. So if you are sharing your details, obviously you will be under this fraud, okay. The things that you must remember when you are having either a credit card or a debit card, there are multiple settings in a debit card or credit card. For example, one setting is international setting, okay. Please, if it is enabled, disable it unless until you are trying to visit some abroad, okay. Other thing is, for example, if you are not doing any online transactions, okay, so in that case, please put off the online transaction or at least put a limit, maybe 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 as per your choice, okay. And other very general thing, and most of the people do these type of things, that is, you can put very less amount. Actually, this is a credit card, you should take a lesser limit credit card instead of having 10 lakh limit or something like that. Another aspect could be this, okay. So that type of thing is there. One more important aspect with reference to credit card, debit card or any bank transaction. Generally, a message comes after each transaction in 90%, 95% of the cases. 5% I am ignoring because sometime bank server is down, sometime maybe our internet is down, these type of scenarios are. But 95% of the time, whenever you are retrieving money or depositing money, there is a message, okay. Generally we just see the amount, we don't read anything else, okay. Please try to read the complete thing. If not done by you, call this, okay. So if you think that that money has not been transacted by you, please call on that number. I can cite an example. Actually, one of my colleague from Department of Instrumentation, okay, he was frauded like this 3 times, and every time from Hyderabad. I don't know from why specific Hyderabad, but every time whenever there was such type of a message, he called upon, he mailed that particular thing, and his money was reverted back. Okay, again, I'm not guaranteeing that your money will be reverted back, but you should report. Unless until you report, there will be a problem, right? So this thing I have already gone through. Next. So bank fraud, I think I have already discussed. We can continue with this. Okay, so these are the things. One more thing is there, identity theft. Okay, in the era of AI, identity theft becomes very easy. Nowadays, with the help of AI, everyone can put the face of someone else into someone else. Okay, so that becomes very easy. Okay, so it becomes very important that we should be aware of what is identity theft. There can be 2 types of identity theft, with the help of physical documents and with the help of maybe some account, social media account. Okay, physical media. For example, yesterday, ma'am was asking me about Aadhaar card and PAN card. Okay, so what do you say? Should I give it or not? No, not my ma'am, from your college. So should I give it or not? What do you say? Both, yes and no. If I trust on that person, I can give, but preferably, specifically in case of Aadhaar. Nowadays, there are 3 types of Aadhaars. One is normal Aadhaar, other is masked Aadhaar, and third is virtual Aadhaar. Okay, so the basic difference between these 3 types of Aadhaars are there. Aadhaar, normal Aadhaar is having 16 or I think 16 digit number is there. So that number is there. If it is virtual Aadhaar, in that case, the number will be totally changed. Okay, although it is valid, no issues with that. If it is verified with that number, it will be verified, no issues. Okay, but the actual number of Aadhaar is not disclosed to someone else. Other is masked Aadhaar, in which only 4 last digit will be shown. First 12 digit will be cross. That is termed as anonymization. Okay, so preferably we should provide either masked Aadhaar or virtual Aadhaar. Okay, so that type of scenario can be used, right? Okay, so that type of thing is there. Now, sometimes identity theft is identified whenever you go for a loan. Suppose you are going to a bank for a loan, okay, and they are checking your CIBIL score, okay, and you say that yes, I am having a credit card and I was having a loan earlier and I have paid that on time, but still my CIBIL score is maybe 200, 100, whatever it is, very less. Reason, your Aadhaar was compromised or your some document was compromised that was given to the bank for some loan by someone else who you don't know. Okay, so that type of frauds are there. Okay, so we make sure that don't provide such type of things, at least to untrusted people. Please don't provide. Okay, if you trust someone, you can provide. Okay, these type of things are there. Now the question is how to prevent. So these are the simple things. I hope this thing is known to you. In the 4th scenario, I generally don't do this. That is, regularly monitor your bank statements. I did this occasionally, but you should do that thing. Okay. Now another question is whether mobile banking should be taken or not, or whether internet banking should be taken or not. This is a normal dilemma in our mind. What do you say? Whether it should be taken or not? Should be taken, but again, care should be taken off, because if you don't have mobile banking or if you don't have internet banking, for every transaction you have to visit bank, and it's not possible in so much work that you need to visit that particular thing. So it should be preferred. Okay, again, when I travel for CBP, there are some teachers, okay, still some teachers which are not using neither internet banking nor mobile banking. They are still going for the transaction, but I think you have to use it later or sooner. So this is just an example. With the help of photograph, we are trying to show that someone is trying to open a particular website. Maybe instead of Amazon, we have written shoppingcart.com or something like that. And it is written hassle free. Okay. whenever such type of lucrative things are there, so there might be some trap. Okay, so make sure you are not fallen into the trap. Okay, so that type of thing is there. Okay, so again, there are some gift vouchers or some freebies. Whenever that is there, make sure you are not falling into the trap. Right. Next, we come to the next aspect, that is cyber security. Okay, so if we talk a bit about cyber security, why cyber security is required, we have already talked about. That is because connected world is there. We are depending on devices, whether it is mobile, whether it is laptop, desktop, or whatever it is, whatever gadgets we are using. Even if we are using washing machine, still nowadays that is also connected. Even if we are using ovens, they are also connected. Okay, everything is connected. And the reason they are giving for connected, that if your washing machine get malfunction, that will be known to them. That means data is with them. Okay, let me ask a question again. For example, your mobile is outdated. Okay, what do you do with your mobiles? It is outdated. Every 3 or 4 years, it appears that mobile hangs and these type of things are there. So what do you do with your mobiles? There are multiple answers to this. One, you can exchange this because there are some offers with reference to exchange. Other is maybe you are keeping it with us, okay, with yourself. Okay, if you are exchanging, make sure that it is formatted. Okay, but even if it is formatted, still there are some tools that data can be retrieved. Okay, preferably, if possible, please don't exchange even. Okay, so question is, we are having maybe 20 mobiles, because maybe from 2000 you were having mobiles, and your wife was also having mobiles, your children are also, so your drawer will be full of mobiles. So what to do with those mobiles? Actually, there is a concept of CCTV. Okay, you can use your mobile with some software as a CCTV. Okay, so even that can be done, right? So in that case, you are not exchanging and your data is safe. Another question is, suppose you are having a car. Nowadays, cars are connected. So when you sell your car, whether you wipe off your data from the car, we generally don't. Okay, the data within the car is still there. A lot of information regarding what was your location at what time, so that will be available within your car. So that becomes again a problem. That may become a problem. Okay, if some hacker has taken your car, so, and if you are quite rich, so you may get into that trap, right? So these type of aspects are there. Basically, we don't wish that our data should be given to unauthorized user. Next, please. So this diagram is just showing hacker is there, and we have applied a shield. There should be a shield with the help of which the hacker is not able, or attacker is not able to retrieve your data. Next, please. Basically, there is a triad with reference to cybersecurity that is termed as CIA: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality indicates that is whatever data is private to you, that should remain private, but it is your duty to remain that as private. For example, if you are having a Facebook account or these type of accounts, make your profile private, don't make it public. Okay, so confidentiality is in your hand, and some way in the cyber world as well, some security measure has to be taken. For example, we can apply firewall or these type of things. We'll be taking care of a bit later. Other is integrity, that is whatever is posted, that is posted as it is not changed. That is what we mean by integrity. And availability, for example, if you open a CBSE site, when the result of 10th class or +2 class has just been declared, try to search for the CBSE website, it will be very difficult to open that site. The reason is a lot of persons are seeing the result exactly at the same time. That's why server becomes busy. Okay, so exactly on the same lines, attacker do the same thing, that he or she is applying a lot of is sending a lot of traffic, or lot of maybe searches are going on, and due to which a particular website is not available, that becomes non-availability of that website. That is an attack which is termed as DOS. Okay, denial of service attack, right? So that we have already. Next. Okay, So this is one of the principles that what you can do is you can apply a firewall. Okay, firewall can be for institution, can be for a system, it can be for any device. Okay, so one thing is that firewall can be applied with the help of which we can secure our system. Other is honeypots. Actually, honeypot is not basically the simple type of system. Generally, honeypot is being used by the researchers. Okay, and what is the motive behind honeypot? We are lucrating attackers. We are saying to attacker that attack on us. Okay, and the reason for this particular motive, this particular thing is that we wish to know about what type of attacks attacker are doing. Okay, so that we are able to know that on our website X type of attack is happening, Y type of attack is happening, and in accordance to that we can make our website or our system more secure. Okay, so that is basically the concept of honeypot for just studying the attacker mind. These are some common things, that is you can use antivirus. Obviously you are using already alphanumeric passwords. Okay, need to avoid the mails from unknown persons. Next. Okay, these are some of the, you can say, job roles. That is, if someone has done something in cyber security, in CBSE schools there is a concept, even in colleges, of counseling. Okay, so we can tell to our students that these are the roles available if you study cyber security. Okay, he or she can become an ethical hacker or security architect or CISO, that is Chief Information Security Officer. Number of other things are there. These are one or two. Okay. I think I've already talked about awareness. So actually Bloom's taxonomy says that we should speak only for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, no one is able to listen. Okay, so either we need to perform an activity, okay, or we need to stop. So that's why I'm skipping a bit faster. So I think we have already looked upon this. Please move ahead. Move ahead. In the end, we'll be talking a bit about digital footprints. Okay. So if I talk about digital footprints are same as our own footprints. Okay, we are leaving our footprints. Okay, forensic teams generally check this thing out, whether a car has visited this particular location or not, with the help of tires. Okay, and if I am suppose visiting like this, and later on a forensic team comes, they will be able to recognize that this was my shoes, this was my shoe, and these are the footprint of my shoe. Okay, and on the similar line there are digital footprints. Whenever you log in, or even if you don't log in, okay, you are searching something from Google, okay, digital footprint is there. You are doing anything on your desktop, on your laptop, on any gadget, there is a digital footprint. I have already given an example of car and mobiles. These type of footprints are there. Okay, now the question is how to basically be aware, or what type of things should we how to remove these digital footprints. For example, if I am having an account of maybe Facebook, okay, or maybe Instagram, okay, what I need to do? Generally the people do these type of things, they just uninstall that application. Okay, but that is not the complete thing. First you need to remove your profile, then only uninstall the application. Then in that case it will be done. But if you are not removing your profile, that means digitally you are still existing. Okay, so your profile should be removed along with the application if you wish to be safe. Next. Basically whatever you talk on, if you are talking on a phone, still it is a digital footprint. Your call can be retrieved by the government of India. Okay, your call records might be available, rather they are available with the government of India. Okay, and whenever you are doing online shopping or these type of things, any site you are visiting. Next. Basically what type of things should be searched? Okay, try to search about your own. Type your name and you will be able to know at what places you are available online. Okay, it might be the case that you are not on the page 1 or page 2. You might be existing on that page 10 or page 20, but you will be able to know where you are existing online, okay, or digitally. Okay, so you can identify, and correspondingly nowadays, even in case of Aadhaar or these type of things, there are some apps with the help of which you are able to know that wherever your Aadhaar has been being used, right? Next. Remove, I have already talked about. Next. Agree. Now, what type of thing should you agree? What type of thing should you don't agree? Okay. So, in that case, what you need to do is, you need to think over this. Don't install any app in rush. Okay. So, when you are installing, just read the content. Even if possible, you should read maybe terms and conditions as well. Okay. So, that type of scenario is there. Before agreeing, you should do these type of things. Next. Another thing that is very important from the student's point of view. Later or sooner, in a number of abroad countries, it has already been implemented. They are looking into the social aspect of the children as well. That is, they are looking into his or her Insta account, Facebook account, or various accounts. They are looking at what type of social behavior is being shown by that particular candidate. If all the positive things are there, then the positive impact will be there. If there is a negative thing, so preferably when you are posting anything on the social media, try to post a positive thing. Please don't post any negative thing about yourself or about anyone. Okay, so it will leave a positive impact on the social media. This is a bit about laws. That is, first offense is happening, then reporting has to be done, investigation, and correspondingly prosecution will be there. Next. These are some of the major laws with reference to IT policy 2000. Okay, and it was changed. Some of the acts were modified in 2008. I hope you might be familiar with the latest act, that is DPDP. Okay, DPDP 23. Okay, so what this act is saying, that even if you are retrieving some data of the students, we all are maybe principals or something like that, so you have to taken the consent of all the children. In your admission form, you should write a line that I hereby give my consent to use this data for the admission purpose. If you are trying to use for some different purpose, for some analysis or something like that, you should write that line. You should take permission of the children, only then you should use. Otherwise, there is a very hefty penalty in this case. To be exact, it is 250 crores. That is the penalty in this particular act. It can be imposed on any organization, any individual as well, right? So these are some laws. I don't think I need to read them. You can read them maybe online or something like that. Next. Now, there are some portals, some numbers. One number is 1930. If there is any cyber crime, you have to report. This is the website, cybercrime.gov.in. Okay, and you can visit either cybercrime or local police station. And if there is any social media type of problem is there, then you need to report to the grievance office. And if you are still having problem, in that case you can go to the appellate committee at www.gac.gov.in. that is grievance officer action. Okay, and if your mobile is lost, this is the website, ceir.gov.in. In short, it is termed as CEIR. There is an app which is Sanchar Sarthi. Okay, these are the various aspects which are available on this app, and this app is comprising of maybe Chakshu. That is, if there is any suspected fraud, you can visit that particular website. If there is some mobile handset is maybe stolen or something, some problem has has occurred, then you can block from this website. And mobile connections, how many mobile connections are there in your name, that can be identified. Whether your mobile is genuine or not can be identified. And incoming international call, if you wish to verify, you can verify with this particular website. Okay, and internet, if you wish to know about your ISPs, that is also possible. Next. So basically, awareness is the key. There is a very good app which is produced by Government of India, Cyber Dost. Okay, everyone should use this app. Okay, and that's a very useful app. In the last, I would like to say a thing about password. You need to treat your password as a toothbrush. Don't let anyone else use it and get a new one every 6 months. That is a quote given by Clifford Stoll. So thank you everyone for listening me patiently. Thank you.
With great respect and gratitude, we convey our sincere thanks to Dr. Mittal for his thought-provoking session on cybersecurity. His words have inspired us to reflect and act more responsibly in the digital world. Let's all appreciate him with a heartfelt round of applause. We are glad to be graced with presence of Principal Mr. Dhani Ram Kamboj from Swami Vivekanand Senior Secondary School, Indri, Principal Mr. Kulbir Singh Panjeta from Jai Hind Public School, Ladwa, Principal Ms. Rekha Setia from Arya Girls Senior Secondary School, Shabad, Principal Mr. Ish Kumar from Indian Public Senior Secondary School, Rador, Principal Mr. Parveen Kumar from Government Senior Secondary School, Nachron, Principal Ms. Asha Chaudhary from Gurukul, Ladwa, Principal Dr. R.P. Rathi from DAV Public School, Narayangarh, Principal Mr. Raman Kumar from DAV Centenary Public School, Rador. We wholeheartedly welcome you all the dignitaries.
We now invite Mrs. Seema Kataria, Principal, Mukanlal Public School, Yamunanagar, to give a brief insight on a very significant topic, the need for health and wellness in school. Let us extend a warm and heartfelt welcome with a big round of applause for Mrs. Seema Kataria.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. When our energy is low, how can we expect our children's energy will be high? Right? So, good morning, everyone. That's good. So, every day we are talking about that we get the health checkups of our students done. We are getting the dental checkup of our students done. We are working so well for the health. We have arranged games, we have arranged yoga for the students. Then why the need for health and wellness? Why there is sudden increase that in the need of health and wellness, and we need to increase awareness among the children as well. The reasons are very clear. If you pick the data, you will find that around 12 million of our children, they are suffering from obesity. You look around yourself, every day, almost every day, we are getting one or the other sad news that a person, a youngster of below 40 has suffered cardiac arrest. And the children are born with diabetes. This is the data. That is why the CBSE has brought health and wellness program for all the children, and there are 11 modules for the same. If we talk of 11 modules, the modules are very relevant. That is growing up healthy, then substance, how we have to manage substance abuse, then stress management, and emotional well-being, social well-being, interpersonal relations. So all those modules are available on the site, on CBSE site, as well as website also. So this is my request to all the principals that we must download all those modules, and we should make those modules part of the curriculum. Now coming back to need of health and wellness. This is very, very important and very, very relevant topic. It is said that we cannot change the direction of the wind, but yes, we can adjust our wings according to the direction of the wind. This is the need of the hour. We find that changes are happening all around. Changes are happening in bits and bytes. And our children, they are becoming the victims. They are becoming unhealthy. The reasons are poor lifestyle and stress. What are the other reasons for that? Why our children are getting unhealthy? Poor eating habits. Now, as the leaders, as the teachers, we have a major role to play. When the parents are very busy, they don't have time for the children. So the responsibility falls on our shoulders. And it is our duty that we prepare the children. We work for the children and make them healthy citizens who are emotionally stable. Socially, they are well versed with the people. Physically, they are fit. So a few of the things that we are doing in our school, I would like to share with you all. We have made a menu. We have given the menu in the diaries of the students, and we ensure that the children, they bring the food as per their tiffin menu. Second thing is that the principals, they play a major role. I have started having lunch with my students. When we have lunch with our students, what happens? We get ample time to talk to the children. I talk to them about healthy food. I talk to them about the importance of praying. I talk to them about helping the children, helping the parents when they are making food, when the mama is making food, how they can help. So this way, I am getting closer to the children. So dear friends, this is high time that we become approachable to our children. This is the need of the hour, that we become approachable to our children. I always say this, and this is the platform I'm using again, that for serving the nation, we don't have to go to the border. It's not necessary that we go to the border, but when we do our duty wholeheartedly, when we do our duty sincerely, when we work for the children, we are actually participating in the process of national development. So I want to share one story with you all, and it will tell about the need of the peace all around. So what happened once an organization organizes a competition. It was a painting competition. And the theme was, it was announced all around that the best painting that will show the peace, that will be able to expound the meaning of peace through painting, will be given an award. And the award was $1 million. Now, all of the people, all the painters, because the prize money was very high, what they did, they started making paintings. They made painting of rivers. They made painting showing the nature, the serenity of the nature. And then final day, there was the day of competition. After the competition, the moment came when the prize was to be announced. So all the paintings that had shown the serenity, the nature, the birds, they were observed, they were examined, and then the painting that won award was unveiled. And you know what was the painting? That painting was showing the scene of turbulence. Now, all the painters, they were very much, they were surprised when they had put in so much of effort. It's showing the scene of serenity, of peace, of birds. And how could that painting that had shown the scene of the storm win the prize? Now, the organizers, they explained. They said, just look at the painting very carefully. So the painting had shown the scene of turbulence, the storm. But then there was, he said, now you very carefully look at the hut. There was a hut, there was a tree that was, swaying, that was shown swaying, and there was a hut. He said, now clearly look at the hut. And there was a boy who was looking out of the window. And you know what he was doing? He was very peacefully smiling. And he said, this is actually the peace. When in turbulence, we are able to train our children to be calm and at peace. This is actually peace. And you can see the turbulence is all around us. Changes are all around us. Everybody is stressed. We cannot change the, whatever circumstances are there, but we have to train our children that how they have to be stress-free. I never use, मैं कभी भी नहीं कहती, I never say that stress is managed. I always say stress is to be digested. Just as we digest food, this is the time we have to train the children. They should learn to digest the stress also. Now see, we all know, Sunita Williams, she went, for how many days did she go in space? It was just for 8 days. She went in space for 8 days just to test the space liner. And for how many days, rather months, she stayed there? She went in June and she came back in March 2025. Went in June 2024 and came back in March 2025. Look at the stress level of that lady. But see, when she came out, if you have seen the news, did you see? She came dancing. Because she was the role model for millions of people. There was one feeling that she is doing for her country. Right? Now let us, think about ourselves. How do we react whenever we are asked to stay for 1 hour or for 15 or for 20 minutes? Look at the stress level that we have to bear. So thing is that first of all, we need to realize that we have to be stress-free first. We have to be happy first, because stressed teachers cannot produce the happy children. Stressed teachers cannot create the happy children. So we need to work upon ourselves. We need to work upon our health. And of course, we have to talk about health and wellness to our children also. We have to do something that we are able to make the children who are happy, who are healthy, physically fit, emotionally stable, and socially secured. But how we can do it? We all are doing well. We all are putting in our efforts. If health and wellness is there, we can give 1 period or 2 periods in a week. Follow-up is necessary. Whatever we are doing, we have to follow it up. We have to make it in continuity. So, just this is, I was asked that I should talk to all of you for 5 minutes about health and wellness. All of us are putting in hard efforts. All of us are doing a very responsible work. All of us, see, all teachers can create all professions, right? We can create doctors, we can create engineers, we can create teachers, but all these professions cannot create any teacher. So try and start patting yourself, give importance to yourself that we are the important part of the society and bringing changes in the lives of all the students. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
A great thanks to you, ma'am. Your words is is incomplete without prioritizing the health and wellness of our students. We feel honored to welcome Dr. Neeti Daryal, Head Self-Financed Courses, MLN College, Yamunanagar. Dr. Rajiv Makkar from GM Senior Secondary School, Ms. Shalu Sharma from Sarv Vidya Public School, Mr. Mukesh Rohil from Government Senior Secondary School, Alahar.
Respected guest, may I again request your kind attention as we now present an AV showcasing the journey of our next distinguished speaker, Ms. Prachi Seth, Assistant Professor, Department of Applied Sciences and Humanities, JMIT. Through this presentation, we celebrate her contribution and the vision she brings to the field of education.
Please join me in welcoming Ms. Prachi Seth, who will illuminate us on the crucial topic of environmental education and the conservation of natural resources. Let's give a thunderous round of applause to her.
Thank you, ma'am. The time it took for me to walk on stage, like 10 seconds, more than 10,000 global warming gases have been pumped into the atmosphere from human actions. And thank you for the introduction, ma'am. I'll start off with expressing my sincere gratitude to our worthy director, Dr. S.K. Garg, for this incredible opportunity, as it's not every day that you get the chance to speak to such wonderful group of people. I'll dive into my topic, which is environmental education and conservation of natural resources, and share some insights with all of you. And I believe it can create a real difference for all of us. Okay, so the planet we call home, our Mother Earth. Such a big title. Just like our mother takes care of us, our earth takes care of all its children without asking anything in return. She's full of beauty and wonders. She has tall green trees, colorful flowers, flowing rivers, and it becomes our duty to admire, respect, and protect this beautiful gift of life. But it can only be done when we understand the balance of nature. Nature is a vast, interconnected system where every element plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of ecosystem. From lush green forests to flowing rivers, every component sustains life. And in this presentation, I'll be exploring the role of flora and fauna, climate change, human impacts, and conservation efforts. Because understanding the balance and harmony of nature and man will let us preserve the delicate balance of our ecosystem. Why? Because if we don't do this, it can severely impact on human health. It provides us services like ecosystem services, provisioning services, which is food, shelter, medicine, regulating services. It regulates our air quality, it regulates our water cycle, cultural services, tourism value, recreational value, all of that. The interconnectedness of nature. So what ecosystem is basically? It comprises of two main elements, which is the living components and the non-living components, and both of them cannot live without each other. Like we cannot live without soil, water, sunlight, air. We need them for the survival. And the balance of ecosystem is important because every component, no matter how small it is very important in maintaining the balance. For example, mosquitoes. We often think they're so troublesome, they cause dengue, they cause malaria, they're so harmful, but no, they are playing the important role in food chain. The larvae of mosquitoes are prey to the higher organisms. Just like that, nutrient cycles, which keep the life going on. I'll not go into the details because I believe every one of you is from different backgrounds, so I'll not go in deep science. But still, I'll try to explain it a little bit. Like the plants, when they grow, they take up the nutrients from the soil. And when animals eat those plants, the nutrients go into the animals. And when plants and animals both die, the nutrients gets mixed into the soil. Next new plant grows up. So this is how the nutrient cycling takes place. Then we have the role of flora and fauna. So flora refers to all the variety of plants, flowers, herbs, shrubs, trees found on earth. They help us in regulating the climate, in regulating the water cycle. The roots of plants and trees, they help in preventing soil erosion. And just like that, fauna. It refers to all the animals, the birds, insects present or found on the earth. They're an important part of our food chain. They're serving as consumers, maybe herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. So both of their roles are important in maintaining the ecosystem's balance. Then water. We often call our Earth as blue planet, but the reality of that blue planet is 100% water. Out of that 100%, 97% is of no use. It is salty water and we cannot use that. And the 3% is fresh water, and out of that, even 1% is not easily accessible to us. And which is easily accessible to us? We use it for domestic purposes, we use it for agricultural purposes, drinking purposes. So I'm telling you all the figures because we actually need to intensify our efforts to conserve water resources. On this side, I've written something how the water moves into the environment through oceans, through rivers, the water cycle basically. Okay, again, water is a unique resource because it helps in movement of the nutrients around our body when it is present in our blood. It regulates the climate, and it is the life sustainer, habitat provider for most of the aquatic species. So yes, water is a unique resource. It exists at so many different temperatures, and it has high specific heat, which tells that water cools down slowly, water heats up slowly, and that is beneficial for the aquatic life because this way it doesn't give a jerk to the aquatic life. Human influence on Earth. Believe me, the 3 activities that I've mentioned below are very few out of so many activities that humans do to the environment. And I think this picture is so much appropriate. We're actually eating up our Earth, the Mother Earth. The activities like deforestation, we're cutting down trees, maybe for the requirement of raw materials for industrial use or, for developmental projects. And then we are doing pollution. We are creating pollution. It may be soil pollution, water pollution, noise, land, whatsoever it is harming the environment. It is bringing climate change. It is increasing global warming. And then we have urbanization. We are increasing our forest. We are decreasing the forest cover and increasing the land area by creating big buildings and infrastructures. And I believe the real sense of development would be then when we take the nature along with us. What is the point of developing, or what is the point of categorizing countries or regions on the basis like this is developed country, this is underdeveloped, this is developing country? Why? Because we are creating big infrastructures on the basis of that. But no, we should take the nature in account. We should design the technology in such a way which is taken in concern with the environment and the nature. Only then the real sense of urbanization or development would be achieved. Next is climate change. So climate change, it refers to the Earth changes at local, regional, or global scales, mostly because of activities like anthropogenic, which are human-caused activities. And in the next slide, I'll be showing you the fury of climate change. As this time, many of you must be happy that the mercury hasn't risen up to 45 degrees or 50 degrees because we have observed so much of rainfall. Let me tell you, the Haryana has observed about 21% excess rainfall this year. And because of that, this is the perfect example of permanent climate change that humans have observed. And in addition to this, scientists have finally called this age as Age of Anthropocene. Welcome to Anthropocene, the age of humans, where humans will decide the survival of nature, the survival of Earth, and not the Earth will decide our survival. climate change fury. So these are the news headlines of 2025. You can see almost every state is affected with the monsoon fury. It is Assam, it is Punjab, Karnataka, and the last headline, which is 9.8 million globally, 2 million in India die due to air pollution annually. So we need to actually think with concern for the environment. Next. Air pollution, the silent killer. Back. Okay. So listening to this word, air pollution, we often imagine the smoke coming out of the industry, the vehicles moving on the road. We never talk about indoor air pollution, where we spend most of our times. Indoor air can be as much dangerous as the outdoor air. It contains dust, smokes, fungus, and maybe molds, especially in the homes which have poorly ventilated kitchens, which have poorly ventilated the complete houses. And 1 in 9 deaths globally can be attributed to air pollution. Air pollution can cause problems like stroke deaths, lung cancer deaths, and heart diseases, and COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, where your airways, they get narrow. So this is how air pollution is affecting not just we humans, animals, plants, and every living organism found on this earth. The true villain of the story is single-use plastic. Single-use plastic refers to every item which is used once and then thrown away. And I've represented few of the items here, like the cutlery that we use in birthday parties or functions, the straws that we often ask the coconut vendor to give us, right? All of that is single-use plastic. And because of this, so many numerous, countless innocent creatures around the planet are being affected, especially the marine animals. The turtles, they eat up the plastic thinking it is jellyfish. Birds feed their chicks the lids of water bottles, and so many other marine animals, they get entangled into the discarded ropes and nets that we throw into the ocean. So just because you cannot see it here, it doesn't mean it has disappeared. It has gone somewhere far in the water bodies, in the oceans, and it is affecting those poor animals. And again, it enters into the food chain, the microplastics. Plastic is everywhere. Just like we say God is omnipotent, plastic is omnipotent. It is found in the water you drink, it is found in the air you breathe, it is found in the food you eat. And to more kind of show you the effects of plastic on the marine animals, I like to show you a video, very short video of 1 to 2 minutes. Please have a look at the screen.
No, it's simple. Oh, man.
There's a lot of plastic in here. Almost every of these homers has plastic in their stomach. The spectacular ones have so much plastic in their stomach that they die instantly. All the ones that have small quantities of plastic that doesn't kill them straight away, but kills them slowly.
So every time I watch this video, it aches my heart. What is the mistake of those innocent animals which are facing the problem because of us? Moving forward to PPT. The ways to reduce plastic pollution. We must have heard about the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. I'll be adding 2 more R's into your dictionary today, that is refuse and rethink. The rethink is the most important one, that please give a second thought to what you're buying from the market, what carbon footprint it is going to have on the earth, what pressure it is going to have on the earth. So this is how we can reduce plastic pollution. After that, we'll be having something like digital carbon footprint. As Sir mentioned, digital footprint, I'll be mentioning digital carbon footprint, which is the release of carbon dioxide from the activities that you do online. From sending an email to watching the video, everything accounts for carbon dioxide. For example, a crazy fact I'll be telling you. Next. Okay, so this average email accounts for 0.3 grams of carbon dioxide. And if it is having a long test, 17 grams of carbon dioxide is released. And if you're attaching any image or any other attachment, it accounts for 50 grams of carbon dioxide. But relax, I have a solution for this also. You can send, or you can, delete the unnecessary emails from your mobile phones which are not required. Please sending 1-word replies on mail like thank you, because again, it is going to release carbon dioxide. Also, you can reduce the power consumption by lowering the brightness of your mobile phones, and also go for digital detoxification sometimes, because that is how you can save the environment and your body also. Next. These were the ways that I talked about. Back. So this is how we can solve the problem of environmental crisis. And ladies and gentlemen, we at JMIT are focusing on all these 3 aspects, which are renewable energy expansion, reforestation, and community involvement. I'll be telling you in the coming slides. We can also use artificial intelligence in the conservation of environment. How? The points have been mentioned. Like we can avoid the hunting of animals by drone cameras. So yes, but AI cannot solve the problem of climate crisis. It can only tell you how to solve the problem of climate crisis. The action has to be taken by you only. Green initiatives by JMIT. I'll quickly wrap up. We have a sewage treatment plant here where we save gallons of water by recycling the water that is coming out from departments and hostels, and then we use it again for the gardening purposes, because 75% of the JMIT's area is covered with greenery. We cannot rely much on groundwater. So we are recycling the water and then we are using it. Next. We have renewable energy resources, like we have solar panels, solar geysers in the hostels for the facility of hostel students. Biogas plant, again, a type of renewable energy resource which produces methane that is used in canteens and mess. And the recent addition into our green initiative is Green Heritage, herbal garden with around 100+ healing plants. And I request all of you to kindly visit our herbal garden before leaving the institute today, because we have the species from tulsi to avocado, from ashwagandha to peppermint, everything. I'll be showing you some of the pictures here. Yes. We also have an eco task force running in the institute, where we conduct activities not just in the institute, plantations and cleanliness drives, but yes, we go outside of the institute also, in the nearby villages, in the nearby hospitals and schools also. And this is about one of our initiatives that we took back in 2021. Seed balls preparation. We prepared 3,000 to 4,000 seed balls, and these are my hands only. I'm trying to put the seed inside that mud ball. The only purpose was to kind of convert barren lands into the green land. Wherever we would find the barren land, we would throw these mud balls there, and out of these 3,000 to 4,000, even if 400 to 500 have been germinated, our mission have been successful. So at the end, I would like to say, be a part of the solution and not the problem. I would rather appeal all of you for this. Thank you so very much. Next. Thank you for joining us. For more feedback, suggestions, or any questions, you can contact me at prachi.seth@jmit.ac.in. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your meaningful session. Your words have truly inspired us to embrace sustainability as an integral part of education and reminded us of our shared responsibility to protect the environment for future generations.
We now take great pleasure in inviting Mrs. Manisha Sasan, Principal, Shama Public School, Dhodang, to share her expertise on the fascinating theme of art integration. She will highlight how the creative power of art can be woven into education to make learning more engaging and holistic. Please join me in extending a warm welcome with a big round of applause for Mrs. Manisha Sasan.
Good morning, everyone. With all due regards to the hands of minutes, hours, minutes, and seconds running on the clock, we still start with good morning, everyone, so that we feel the energy as fresh as the start of the day. When we talk about a safer, smarter, and sustainable tomorrow, the topic has really been, I respect the choice. Why? Because this is the need of the hour. Not only to train the minds, but to train the hearts and the soul as well. I very, very humbly stand here as an everyday learner, just to share and take away the best captured for the day. Art integration through experiential learning. Remember Shah Rukh Khan saying in the movie Chak De India, Zindagi ke ye 60 minute tumse koi nahi chhin sakta. Aisa khelo, वैसा खेलो, जी भर के खेलो, अपना बेस्ट खेलो. जिंदगी के ये 60 मिनट तुमसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता. Me as a speaker, जिंदगी के ये 20 मिनट मुझसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता. मैं ऐसा बोलूं, वैसा बोलूं, अपनी तरफ से अपना सबसे अच्छा बोलूं, बच्चे 20 मिनट मुझसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता. The question for the day is, what time is expected from the speaker to speak on this topic? The answer is, जिंदगी के कितने मिनट मुझसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता. I just said, जिंदगी के ये 20 मिनट मुझसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता. So when the question is, what is the expected time of the speaker to be on the stage and talk on this topic, the answer coming from your side has to be 20 minutes. And this is attainment of the learning objective, that a simple Bollywood dialogue connected to your curriculum can help you draw the learning objective of the class. And this is art integration, talking a standard higher. Art integration through experiential learning. Art is to feel and experiential is to experiment. Whatever we think, whatever we dream, whatever we feel, when we experiment, 100% objective of attainment, of intellect, of knowledge, of wisdom is attained. Time to reflect. The slide shows that every child is unique. Every individual is unique. And with all due regards to the quote of Albert Einstein, if you teach a fish to climb a tree, the fish all through the life is going to believe that it was really something stupid. It is elephant, it's not a fish. But the time of reflection says that every child is unique. When the pressures of the society, when the mindset of the society, when the expectations of the parent and the child says that the child scoring 99 out of 100 is questioned, where that 1 mark go? The child thinks, जिंदगी और नंबर का ये फेर मैं समझ ना पाया, 99 अंक कमाए मैंने या 1 अंक गवाया. It was attainment, it was my achievement of those 99 marks or losing that 1. I say, I believe that yes, every single mark counts. But I also say and believe that losing 1 is not the end of the life. Let the child experience, let the child experience, let the child express. And there, art in education, art with education plays a significant role. The video, it's just a minute video, which actually talks about the role of art education in today's era.
Art isn't just something that looks pretty. It's a visual language that designs and connects the world. Whatever language you speak, you can understand the language of art. The power of this visual language can express complex feelings and concepts that words simply cannot. Thus, the expression, "A picture is worth 1,000 words." Design is visual language applied to a practical purpose. It's a form that follows function, and whether it's show-stopping or invisible, design makes our lives more practical, more intuitive, and more appealing. Almost everything we buy or use has been touched by a creative professional, from the food we eat, to our appliances, to our beds, to our favorite places, to the apps we use, to the clothing we wear, to our information systems, favorite books, movies, and games we play. Art enhances the way we see, feel, learn, connect, and live. We believe that creativity is essential to the vitality of the human spirit, and we're here to help turn that creative energy into productivity with endless possibilities. We are professional artists and passionate teachers dedicated to nurturing creativity and artistic skills because we believe that art is essential to humanity.
The crux is that art is essential to humanity. Teaching children is one of the major concerns of human resource management. We are developing, we are grooming, we are polishing the fighters for the world so competitive and saturated. The conclusion of the video is that yes, art is the most significant visual language. It helps to transform complex information into the most simple form of understanding. It has the power of expression, and expression at the end of the day counts a lot. Design to execution, art in education and art education gives the permission, the freedom, the exposure of limitless dreams to the child, and not only limitless dreaming, but yes, 100% transformations of those dreams into realities. Food, appliances, architecture, clothing, information system, books. You talk anything, art comprises of everything. With all due regards to NEP 2020, where entries and exits, multiple entries, multiple exits, multiple freedoms, boundless opportunities, teaching beyond the four walls of classrooms. You talk anything, art integration serves everything you ask for. Art enhances the way we see, learn, connect, and live. We had 5 sense organs being taught, but we have 8 to be monitored. It converts creative energy into productivity. We have n number of kinesthetic learners in our classrooms, and the channelizing of their positive energy. Every child has a vibe. It is my moral responsibility as a teacher to convert that vibe, that so-called overproduction of energy, into a positive production of creativity, leading to 100% productivity. Art is essential to humanity. Classrooms are filled with students who, just for a fraction of seconds, may I very humbly request any 5 volunteers to please come on the stage. We are running short of time. I value that. Just 5 volunteers. No question answers, no pen and paper test. It's mere folding of papers. Please, may I request any 5 volunteers? Priyanka ma'am, Tina ma'am. I know names of everyone. Thank you so much, Pooja ma'am. Please, please. Only 5, just for a second. You may also come. Please come. Join. Thank you, sorry. Wow. A big round of applause for all the volunteers. Acknowledgement has to be given at every point of teaching learning process. Thank you so much for joining and making it fruitful. They all are having the same white sheet of paper. May I request every one of you to please close your eyes? Close your eyes, and we all are teachers, and teachers do not cheat. When I say close your eyes, means close your eyes. I'll request each one of you to please close your eyes, fold the paper into 2 halves. Fold the paper into 2 halves. Tear it from the right side of corner. Fold it into half and tear it from the right side of the corner. Again, fold the paper into further half. Fold the paper into further half. Very good. Everybody is doing a wonderful task. Please flip it as a triangle. Meet the corners and make a triangle out of it. Shabash. Very good. Any size of triangle. Please tear the left corner of the triangle. The left corner of the triangle. Now tear it from the center. Tear it from the center. My instruction was fold the paper into halves, tear it from the right side, fold it again, make a triangle, tear it from the left side, and now from the center. Please open your piece of art. Open your eyes first. Open the piece of art you have made and show it to everybody. Everybody. Show it to everybody. Hold it high with pride and proud. Show it to everybody. Does it match for every individual? Yes or no? It is so visible. Does it match for every individual? No. Even if the rights and lefts are different, even if the centers are different, even if the angles of triangles do not match, even if their point of center lies somewhere else in the universe. But at the end of the day, a student will always produce the unique best productivity of an individual. A big round of applause to all of them. Please, may I have your papers? We at Mukund try to reuse every sheet in the best possible way we can. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The slide says that when we are catering 40, CBSE allows maximum 40 students in a section, we are catering 40 different mindsets. We are catering 40 different imaginations. We are catering 40 different potentials. we are catering 40 different ways of expression. Your one sentence, your one answer dictated, and then expecting the same can mar the expression of the child. Here comes the role of art. Let the child explore the innate potential. Let the child experience his or her individualities. Give due credits and regards, and let the child express in any and every form of expression the child holds interest in. When I say art integrated learning, it is 100% innovative approach to teaching and learning. NEP 2020 has transformed the teaching learning process. We have traveled from teacher-oriented to student-oriented classrooms. The teacher being centered has changed the position. The teacher is more of a facilitator, a participant, a guide, and a motivator. When I say it is supporting individual differences and individual preferences, your motive, your objective of the concept being taught should not be restricted. Why? Because NEP holds the end of rote learning era. It is 100% experiential. It is 100% expression, yes, with all due regards to the concreteness of the topic and concept being taught. The next slide, please. This art integration and experiential learning, otherwise it's a 2-day long session as per CBSE CBPs. But I have just tried. There we make all the participants involving us doing hands-on practices, making constructive, beautiful things so that they can be used in the classrooms as teaching aids and enhance their productivity. Here I shall be showing you few glimpses that how we at Shyama Public School are incorporating art education into daily teaching. Languages, the child when starts the journey with the alphabet recognition, the attachment, the connection, the feel of the word, the feel of the alphabet is the start of the entire story the child is going to write. It can be done in 2 languages. Next, please. It can be a form of pledge writing where the creativity skills are used in EVS, and the arts, the drawing, the making of beautiful posters. The next, please. The languages, it is language, it is concept of EVS, but making of bookmarks, which helps the child to connect one way or the other. Mathematics, I told, teaching beyond the 4 walls of classroom. Mathematics being taught in the playground area. Then is the inner and outer radii, the child experiencing, not only seeing it from the smart class or the board, but constructing him with his or her hand. These are our models, the 3D shapes, the 2D shapes. Next slide, please. Mathematics, artwork, and vocabulary word. The picture being shown, and the child is asked to pen down every mathematical word or shape, line, be it zigzag, be it squares, be it intersecting, be it horizontal, until and unless the child knows what is horizontal, he'll not be able to identify. And once he draws, okay, this is intersecting, this is parallel, ultimately the concept is 100% clear. Next, please. Integration of dance, drama, and music. We, as teachers, have experienced multiple times that the students who fail to learn the questions really catch up the songs and the dialogues within fraction of seconds. Years back, I'm talking in 2004 and 5, we had a boy named Gurdeep. He used to stammer really bad. Once He was a participant of a drama, annual function rather. And we had all apprehensions. I'll be very honestly confessing, we all had apprehensions that such long dialogues in the presentation, boy with stammering. But yes, we at Mukund, the first thing we do is stand with the child, let the child dream and be the facilitator to attain those dreams. He was, to add to your wonders, he was so fluent in throw of those dialogues. And our question to the drama teacher was, how can a child who stammers so bad learn the dialogues and 100% expression with full justice could convey, could narrate, could speak out the dialogues on the stage? The answer we received was because this is his corner of interest. Because here he feels free that yes, this is my area and I am the ruler of this platform. So make every child feel that you are really the ruler, the conqueror of your innate potential. Next, please. Next. The planets, continents, countries, everything. You talk anything, art integration helps you to solve the purpose of every topic concept. This is every day of national and international importance is celebrated on the campuses of Mukund. When I say campuses of Mukund, I very proudly say every campus of Mukund. These are the few highlights. The World Ocean Days, beautiful stone paintings. Let the child paint. It's not only that if the child draws it, let the child paint. Maybe the child produces a piece of art which you as a teacher must not have ever thought. The next piece, these are touch and feel. This is mixing of colors, and this is the activity being done where the child has been sensitized to the EVS topic of Mother Earth, the protection of environment, the conservation of resources. This is global warming mind map. Next, please. The pottery, the flip books, the gardening. I am repeatedly saying you ask for anything, and art integration and experiential learning holds every bit of detail. Next, please. This was a beautiful activity where the peer group tutoring, the seniors teaching their juniors tie and dye. And the idea behind it was that when the life doesn't go the way you think, mix the colors and tell the life that yes, we are ready with our tie and dye. That is our choice of colors. If you as a life have given us a canvas, it is my freedom of expression. I'm going to paint my own way. Next, please. Learning art forms of India. Next, please. The role play and the relation of the concept is really very important. And here, the role of art, education, and experiential learning really plays a significant role. Next, please. The musical instruments, I guess everyone is able to see. The musical instruments, they are being made up of paper mache. I'll repeatedly saying the sensorial touch, the senses, they really play a significant part. This is again the role play. Next, please. Soft and hard until and unless the child experiences in the form of touch, feel. Reti ke akshar, you may find our students scribbling on the sand, touching, feeling, and making expressions of their choice. Next, please. Relating art to integration of culinary art, we have salad decoration activities, we have sandwich making, we have lime water. I am sharing the glimpses just to give everybody an idea that how art integration can be enriching for teaching and learning methodologies for the present generation. Next, please. This is physics light model making. We had STEM. We came to STEAM, adding aptitude in that, and we have raised the bar to STREAM now, adding research as well. The students of class 1 onwards did hands-on experiments on the campus with the help of their teachers to make sure that whatever they're thinking inside the brain, all the circuits are well drawn, connected. Next, please. Next, please. Show and tell. This is really very important part of art education, experiential learning. Until and unless you make the child aware, sensitized for any and every topic or concept of the day. Next, please. Ek Bharat and Shresth Bharat is a CBSE initiative in which we pair a state. Our pairing state this time is Manipur. And the picture I have selected intentionally. Why? Because there are ready-made materials, there are everything artificially prepared in the market, which the students, they buy and they make a model for. But here, every plant you see, every type of vegetation you see, every type of hut, haveli, or tent house you see has been made by the students. They gathered, why? Because they must know the difference between the art, the vegetation, the culture, the tradition, the festivities, the functions, the crop irrigations and everything of those two different states. And the children, they beautifully demonstrated via art integration and experiential learning. Next, please. Concept building. Every concept can be taken, can be taught, wonderfully taught with the help of one or the other, our background. Next, please. Expo 2025. This was the first exhibition of our school. And I will not at all miss the chance to proudly announce that each work of display, each piece of art, each model, stationary or working, was made on the campus by the children. It was 100% school made, yes, with all due regards to the parents of kindergartners, because they are unable to assist or work with the teachers. Art, when experienced, becomes experiential. And look at the glare of the sparkle of the child's eye, that yes, I am ready to face the world so competitive and saturated. Let the child explore the best. Keep creating, keep igniting, keep growing, and keep going. We as educators, we as facilitators, we as the common members of the entire fraternity of education have only one vision, that we have to enlighten the souls with knowledge and wisdom. हर रह गुजर पर क्षमा जलाना हो हमारा काम. हर रह गुजर is the entire journey of grooming of a child. We being the source of light, and let the light of civilization burn bright today, this day, and always. हर रह गुजर पर क्षमा जलाना है हमारा काम. तेवर क्या है हवा के, हमें देखना नहीं. Whatever the odds and events are, please do not bother. हर रह गुजर पर क्षमा जलाना है हमारा काम. तेवर क्या है हवा के, हमें देखना नहीं. तेवर क्या हो हवा के, हमें सोचना नहीं. May God bless us with all the choicest blessings. Thank you so much, JMIT. Thank you so much, JMIETI. Thank you so much, Mukund. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much.
We are truly grateful for your inspiring contribution. Your thoughts on art integration have beautifully reminded us that education is not only about knowledge, but also about creativity, expression, and imagination. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Before moving forward, we are fortunate to welcome Principal Dr. Suraj Bhan from Government Model Senior Secondary School, Camp Yamunanagar. Please give a huge round of applause and welcome him. Now, we invite our next speaker to the stage. Let's take a moment at a short visual that highlights the remarkable journey and contributions of our next speaker, Engineer Priyanka Sharma, Assistant Professor, IT Department, JMIT. This AV will give us a glimpse into her dedication, vision, and innovative work in the field of technology and education. Please have a look to the screen, please.
Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me in warmly welcoming Engineering Priyanka Sharma on stage to give us a hands-on experience on the fascinating topic of use of AI in the classroom. Let's encourage her with a big round of applause, please.
Am I audible? Thank you so much, Nishant sir and Shabnam ma'am, for such a wonderful introduction. And a very good afternoon. And I'm so thankful for all of you to be a part of this Principal Teacher Conference, 7th edition, which focuses on manifesting purposeful learning for a safer, smarter, and sustainable tomorrow. And today, I would be covering the topic that is uses of artificial intelligence in classrooms. So before I start with this topic, in this era of AI, to give justification to this particular topic, I think 20 minutes are not enough. But I assure you one thing, that once you will leave after 20 minutes, you would be learning some techniques, some shortcuts, some tricks, which would actually be helpful for you to implement AI in your classrooms. So before I start, when we talk about artificial intelligence, we all know that it composes of two words, artificial, referring to man-made, which is not natural, and intelligence, which actually talks about the capabilities of decision-making, logical thinking, critical thinking, all these things put together for a better future. So when our machines start mimicking the humans or start behaving like humans, that is artificial intelligence. Let me start with this slide, which focuses on an analysis report, which was given by Economic Times, which focuses on what AI means for the future of education. And you would be surprised to know that more than 60% of educators are actually using AI in their classrooms in one or the other way. More than 10% of people think that if we use AI in our classrooms, we would actually dislocate, or we would actually be reluctant towards the logical thinking of our student. More than 55% people think that artificial intelligence should be integrated within the curriculum, and the teachers and the educators should actually be trained to work with AI, to talk with AI. And 90% of people are in this particular reference that if we use AI constantly in our education, there will be some time that ethics in AI will be a big consideration for all of us. So if we already know this thing, that AI is within our classrooms in some or the other way, let us understand what are the objectives of using AI in classrooms for our students. The first objective which we cover is personalized support. Many of the AI machines like ChatGPT, the chatbots, the LLM models which we have like Claude, DeepSeek, Google Gemini, all these particular chatbots are actually real-time driven. They are real-time application driven. That means they can understand the emotion, the tone, the language that you are talking to. So these particular applications put together can give a personalized touch to the student if we are making a real-time access to the student. The earlier learning tradition was basically when the traditional method was that we used to have a concept and the educator used to teach that particular concept in the class. So the pace of learners, of learning was same, and the assessment method was also same. But today, we focus on adaptive learning. When we talk about adaptive learning, we understand that we can see a particular individual student's track of learning, his or her weaknesses, strengths, how well he can intercept the facts, and according to that, we can create our own feedback, assessment, and evaluation. The third point which it says is we can have a better enhanced engagement. Now, if we are using AI tools for smartly designing our particular content, our lesson plans, our presentations, our evaluation and assessment, that means we have a better enhanced engagement of our student with the teacher. They are more related to it. Similarly, if the administrative tasks will all be taken by artificial intelligence models, like classroom management, the attendance, the scheduling, the overall cross-checking, if all these things are managed by the AI machines, obviously the teachers can focus on teaching in a better method. We have intelligent tutors which are available for the particular teaching, where the student can actually learn at their own pace. The student is able to get proper models, videos, images as per the need of the child. And we understand that what and the pace at which the child is learning. The last one is that is accessibility and inclusivity. If we see, we have translation models in artificial intelligence, transcription models, which can actually see that if in one particular language we are specifying a content, it can be changed in different languages. The AI models are also helping the students who are maybe visually impaired, so that they can actually understand the concept by seeing the concept, which they can see through the captions, by hearing the concepts, by reading aloud, that is the reading aloud options that we have in AI, and they can understand the concept at their own particular pace, at their own particular understanding. So once when we know that AI is already within the classrooms, now let us see how we can actually talk to the AI model. Now, when we mean by talking to AI model, we refer to prompt engineering. When we talk about prompt engineering, let me get into a layman language. Prompt means you are giving a particular instruction to the AI machine, which is very clear, concise, and it tells what actually you want, so that you are resulting into a desired result and output, which can be in any form, whether a table, a lesson plan, or maybe an assessment sheet. So when we talk to the particular AI model in a better way, it gives me a complete better description. So as educators, we are not very pro in writing prompts because we do not know how we are writing prompts. So I'll give you one particular specification, how you can write a prompt on any of the machine, whether it is ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. I wish you take a particular screenshot of this. This will be actually helpful for you if you are creating a lesson plan, a quiz, or an assessment. What it says is you're focusing on create a format. Format means whatever you are desired to get, whether you're working on a lesson plan, on an assessment sheet, on an evaluation sheet. In particular language, the language specifies whether you are specifically talking about a particular language or you are talking about the tone of the language, representing whether you want in English, Hindi, Maths, or whatever content you want. Specifying the target audience. If I say the target audience is a student of 6th standard CBSE syllabus, so that is the target audience you have. Then we focus on the particular topic which we require. For example, we require foods in science, or maybe states of matter in physics. So this is the topic that you would be focusing on. Then we talk about the structure, how you want that particular implementation or how you want it in a frame, whether you want a tabular form or you want a description or you want a paragraph. And the last one, which tells you that what is the desired output. You want learning outcomes, you want a summarized sheet, or you want a detailed description of what you are asking for. Now, being educators, we sometimes forget such big prompts, right? So let me take you to one particular application where you can give your prompt in layman language, and that application will improve your prompt to get a better result. So that's termed as promptcowboy.ai. You have multiple applications representing prompt engineering. I am focusing on one, that is promptcowboy.ai, which is basically a web app, and it can convert your rough ideas into very detailed specification. And the best part is it is already integrated with the particular chatbots which we deal with, that is the Claude, the ChatGPT, and the Gemini. So it helps in giving you instant prompt refinement. It helps in user-friendly design what you have, wide model compatibility, and you are easily guided for your clarification, and you are saving your time much more than you require. So let us see this with a hands-on session. So if you go onto this particular site, promptcowboy.ai, it opens you here. This is an application which you can see. And here you can type a particular prompt that you wish to add. For example, I say, create a PPT on states of matter. This is a topic in physics. And when I enter it, it'll take few seconds and give you a great prompt, which will cover many things. It will tell you what situation you are dealing in. You're a middle school teacher, a high school teacher, what task you want to do with that particular application, what is the objective which you are covering, what are the knowledge that is required. Even if you want to focus on key constraints, like don't use complex jargons, or you use visual clarity and reality, it will respond to every aspect of it. Similarly, if you want to add few information to it, you can improve your prompt from the right-hand side. If you see what are the target audience, age or level, what is the depth of the scientific details, and what are the visual preferences you require. This with the specification. If you see this prompt, this has been written in ChatGPT. It tells you create a lesson plan. The lesson plan refers to the particular structure you want. In language English, for the particular grade, that is the 6th grade CBSE student, that covers food-related topics in science. And using tabular form in a stipulated timeline, you are using your learning outcomes. So you can see how beautifully it has given you the description of what is the lesson plan, that is, what is the subject, unit, duration, and teaching aids? What are the lesson objectives you refer to? And even you can specify the timings that you want in your lecture, starting from 5 minutes to be given to introduction, and so on, with the learning outcomes and the learning objectives. So these are the learning outcomes which you can see through this particular application. Now, moving further, this is the way we actually get the prompt. When we already know that we can actually give a prompt to the particular model, what all we can do with that particular prompts. So this is very important for all the teachers that we all have here. We need to create very complete, demanding lesson plans, which are the need of the hour. So the lesson plan should be planned in a very creative way. We need to have the content. The content earlier was just text. Now we have to focus on the text with images, videos, and multiple things in the form of animated information that our student is interactive with, because we are dealing with the Gen Z or Gen Z generation who are very relevant with all these particular chatbots. So if we are not enabled with these chatbots, we will not be able to actually give them the complete teaching assistance that we are ready to give, right? So we have content creation. Then after the content is creating, we need to present that content in a very interactive form. We can assess the students based on the various topics, the assessment. After assessment, we can actually evaluate what our student has learned. So the evaluation and the feedback part is here. That means how we are evaluating our student on what grades. And overall, if we are actually implementing all these things, we are resulting into a personalized support, personalized learning environment. So let us see few of the particular representations that we have. We can create very interactive presentations. If you wish to create presentations in your class and you want to create interactive presentations with all the images and GIFs integrated into it, we have the particular application that is gamma.app. And this application helps in overall engagement of the student with the help of interactive lessons, course outlines, study guides, and research presentations. So let us see the application that is gamma.app. So this is the interface of Gamma application. The URL that you need to focus is www.gamma.app. And it will ask you a few questions that why you are integrating, you are an educator, for what purpose do you want to enroll into Gamma. Now, once you enter into this particular profile, you can see how many applications are here where you can create interactive presentations just by 1 or 2 steps. You need to go here on Create New. It will ask you for 3 options. Paste the text that you have. If you already have some file, already have a text content that you want to show in a presentation form, you can add here. If you want to create it or generate it completely through AI, it can generate a presentation through AI, that is with the help of presentation. So let me show you. If I want to create a presentation for the uses of AI in classrooms, incorporating tools for lesson plans, assessment, and evaluation. So it will generate an outline for you. You can see this outline that will be generated. It will take few seconds to generate the outline. You can check whether you want to add that particular content only in your presentation. If you want to edit, every aspect is editable. The image is editable. The information that you're adding into it is editable. You can see once it has created an outline, these are specifying the particular slides that will be made in the form of 1 to 10. Once it has created it, just go on generate. Now, if you want to choose a particular theme, it still gives you options to choose themes, fonts, and any applications you want by yourself. If you want to add images, it can help you in adding images, but it will create a complete presentation for you within few seconds. Now, if I see this particular presentation, It'll take few seconds to develop. Once it is created, if I want to change the theme, you can go on the edit theme. The theme can be edited. You can use any particular theme, any particular font. You can even change the images. Let me show you one. If this is the particular image, you can click on it and you can change the particular image as specified over here. See, I want to change the image. I want to put a new image. So it will refer me to give you a different image at this level. The best part is you can download this presentation at your end. It can be exported in the form of PPT. And once it has been exported, you can actually change the content wherever you want. You can change the designing. You can change the animation as per your use. You can integrate it in your customized theme. It also helps you to put it into a customized theme if you want to add here as a customized theme. So see, it is asking me a few questions that if I want to change this image, how well I need to brighten it, I need to fade, I need to change the colors, or I need to edit the complete image. It gives you a specification to edit a complete image. Let me show you a few particular presentations which I have created for this. It spans all across different subjects, whether you're talking about physics. I've created a presentation, The Power of Physics, the states of matter, transforming education, the different states of water. So any type of presentation you wish to create at a very smaller, limited time, you can create it with this particular application, that is Gamma. Let me move further. Now, once we've created the presentation, let us focus on few more applications which are beneficial for you to use at all different levels. So these are few applications which can actually help you in the lesson plan which you are creating, the academic content, you are writing a particular text, you're asking for assessment or evaluation, examination that you're using, feedbacks that you can take, rubrics content which you want. These are few applications. The first one is magicschool.ai. The second one refers to teachy.app. And the third one is briskteaching.ai. Let me show you through hands-on what all tools it has. This is the interface of magicschool.ai. It is actually open for the complete education fraternity, all the teachers. You can even use it for your complete school education to manage your administrative tasks, your teaching, and every content that is related to the school aspects. Let me show you the tools that are available in magicschool.ai. If you can see, it gives you a wide range of tools, starting from its inbuilt chatbot, the image generator, the image content creator, worksheets that you can create for your students, lesson plans, MCQ multiple choice questions, text rewriter, presentation generator, rubrics generator, feedback content generator, all together. Let me show you another app, that is teachy.app. This is the home page of teachy.app. It's another application which adds, and again, all these applications which I am using are free of cost. They are not at any paid version. You can use them in your assessment, evaluation at any time. So this is teachy.app, which refers to, again, multiple things like creating lesson plans, slideshows, examinations. I'll show you one of its application. Let's create a mind map, which is very important for our students. I wish to put in a subject that is, maybe the name of the subject is computers. It asks me for the grade. It can actually span the grade. You can see from preschool to all the levels of the school up till 10th and at university level also. So it depends at what level you are actually creating the mind map. So let me talk about a particular grade. Maybe the computer subject is in 9th grade, and I am talking about a topic that is uses of computers. You can give an advanced context to it, and you can generate a complete mind map for the student to understand the topic by seeing the image. Is it visible to all? That's a mind map that is created for the students, for their help, so that they can remember facts. They can remember complex topics, complex subjects. Fine. The third, I'll move on to the third application, that is brisk teaching. So if you see, this is the actual application of brisk teaching. But brisk teaching is usually an extension of Google, so you need to integrate it in your particular Chrome. And let me show you how it works. If you could see our extension over here, the brisk teaching comes up here as an extension. It's not, it's an extension which deals with representation like this. Let me show you. And it gives you a complete hands-on environment, again, for all the creations of whether you're talking about a feedback, a lesson plan, a rubrics generator, or a complete application for your classroom teaching, right? So moving further, these are few particular more tools you can use at your school level to actually integrate lesson plans. You can take a photograph of all these tools. We have the Udalade AI. We already talked about brisk teaching. We have Magic School that covers all the aspects of the school management and the teaching part. We have lessonplan.ai and we have teachy.ai. These are few more tools which we can actually use for evaluation purpose or assessment of our students, whether it is Gradescope, Essay Grader, Udalade, Socrative, and Kahoot. So to move further, this is basically a research paper which was published in the year 2021 in IEEE Censors. And why I have added it here, because the country China is actually using a headband, a brain scanning headband for the school students to understand what concepts they are understanding, their weaknesses, their strengths, how slowly they are intercepting the concepts, how easily you can manage the concepts through AI. But it is a very big question mark that using such headbands in classrooms, will it increase the stress level of the students and the teachers, or will it decrease the stress level? That's a very big question, specifying that uses of AI are beneficial up to certain limit, but we are at bane if we are using it excessively, because it brings in multiple ethical considerations with it. And lastly, they are very specifically used if they are not regulated by the government in our education system. They can create havoc if they are not properly used. So that is the reason we say that AI is a co-pilot. The pilot is always the teacher. So the future of teaching would be something like this. If you can see, there's a classroom with a teacher, AI integrated, students sitting, robots working. But if we are not integrating ourselves with the AI abilities, we will not be able to compete with the people who are AI enabled. One truth is always there. Teachers will always be an integral part to teach the students, but being AI enabled is very important. Thank you so much. Thank you for the session. For any particular query, I will be open at this particular email site, that is priyanka11760@jmit.ac.in. Thank you so much.
We deeply value your contribution to this conference, ma'am. Your perspective on the use of AI in classrooms have opened new horizons, showing us how technology blended with teaching can truly transform the future of education.
We warmly welcome Dr. S.C. Jindal, KB Scholar School, Ladwa, and Mr. Mukesh Chand, Shahid Bhagat Singh School, Barod. Please welcome them. Dear guest, may I request your attention to the screen as we present an illuminating AV that captured the inspiring journey, visionary leadership, and transformative contribution of our last speaker, Dr. Jaya Malhotra, Head, Department of Personality Development, JMIT.
Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it.
Inspired by the remarkable journey just showcased, it's my great honor to invite Dr. Jaya to speak on the transformative power of storytelling as a pedagogy. Let's welcome her to the stage with a big round of applause.
Very good afternoon, everyone. I know the energy is low and everybody is watching their watches, right? We are running short of time and blah, blah, blah. I'll try to keep my presentation under 5 minutes. I can't promise I'll try. I'm going to skip the presentation and I'm going to come down directly to the components that are important. Storytelling, a lot has been said through art integration and everything. We've already learned throughout the day that we have different needs of different students, right? We have visual learners, we have people of reading, writing style, kinesthetic, right? All that sort of information. When each student is different, definitely, even a teacher is different. The way they are teaching, what comes naturally to them is something which is different, right? You can try and polish things, but you cannot change the whole personality of a teacher into somebody else. So I'm going to try my level best to help you out, take certain takeaways from my presentation, right? Just a few slides I'm going to talk about. I suppose this doesn't need an introduction. Storytelling is very important component of any subject, and it can be incorporated in all the subjects possible. You can use storytelling as an assessment. You may use storytelling as a teaching tool. You may use storytelling in several different ways possible. How do we use it as an assessment if possible? Say, for example, I give you, I'm just going to exemplify, I'm not going to run that activity, not possible with the time. Fine, so I'll share one of the examples I do with my kid. So one day, my kid said, Mama, ek story sunao. I said, okay, fine. You tell me one story. So concept मैंने उसको दिया कि आपको ये बताना है कि कैविटीज हो जाती है अगर आप किंडर जॉयज और बहुत सारी चॉकलेट्स और ये सब खाते हो, राइट? तो आप मुझे एक स्टोरी बना के दो एंड टॉक अबाउट हाउ eating all these unhealthy things, candies, are going to rust your teeth. Fine, you'll have cavity end of the day. Mama, नाम क्या रखूं? ऐसे काचू पाचू रखते हैं. So he said, एक ना काचू पाचू था. उसकी मम्मा ने ना उसको इतने सारे पैसे दिए. इतने सारे पैसों से ना मार्केट गया और मार्केट जाके जो जा रहा था उसकी मम्मा की लिस्ट देखते देखते साइड में एक और कैंडी शॉप दिखी उसे. He went to that candy shop. वहां पे छोटू सा ना कैटी का बेबी था, बहुत क्यूट सा था, छोटू सा. I said, okay, fine. तो वो छोटू सा बेबी जो था ना, वो उसका हैंड पकड़ के उसको कैंडी शॉप के अंदर ले गया और उसने कहा ओ, ओ. मैंने कहा वो ओ क्यों कर रहा है? वो मियाओ मियाओ करके बता रहा है ना कि कैंडी शॉप के अंदर जाओ और मुझे थोड़ी सी कैंडीज लेके दो. तो बेबी तो नहीं जाना चाह रहा था, किटन ले गया. किटन भी तो छोटा बेबी होता है ना कैटी का. ऐसे ओके फाइन. फिर वो अंदर गया. अब उसके पास इतने सारे पैसे थे. उसने सोचा मैं थोड़े से किंडर जॉयज ले लेता हूँ और अपनी राइट पॉकेट में डाल लेता हूँ. फिर मैं बहुत सारी लॉलीपॉप्स भी ले लेता हूँ. टीथ तो नहीं है ना उसके, चाटी चाटी करके तो खा लेगा. तो वो लेफ्ट पॉकेट में डाल लिए. फिर उसने कुछ शर्ट में डाली, 2 बटन्स ओपन किए, उसके अंदर भी सॉरी चॉकलेट सब कुछ फिल कर लिया. और अल्टीमेटली जाते जाते उसने सोचा कि मैंने पैसे तो खर्च दिए, राइट? अब मम्मा देखेगी कि पॉकेट्स तो फिल्ड है और मैं बोलूंगा किसी ने चोरी कर लिए तो गलत बात हो जाएगी ना, झूठ तो नहीं बोलना चाहिए. तो मैं क्या करूं? मैं जाते जाते रास्ते में ये सब खा जाता हूं. सो व्हाट ही डिड, इधर से निकाला, ये वाला फिनिश किया, वो फिनिश किया, सारे फिनिश कर लिए. और पता है क्या हुआ उसके बाद? उसके सारे टीथ ब्लैक हो गए. जब उसके टीथ ब्लैक हो गए ना, फिर उसने सोचा अब तो मम्मा पिटी करेगी, अब तो मम्मा मुझे स्टिक से मारने वाली है. ऐसे तेरी मम्मा तुझे स्टिक से मारती है? अरे मम्मा वो तो काचू पाचू की मम्मा है, आप थोड़ी हो. ओके फाइन. सो ही सेड, अब उसने एक आइडिया सोचा. क्या आइडिया आया? आइडिया उसने लगाया कि अगर मैं थोड़ा सा जूस पी लूं, गागल करके थ्रो करने की कोशिश करूं, तो शायद मेरे जो ब्लैक टीथ है ना वो सारे के सारे व्हाइट हो जाएंगे. तो उसने जूस भी पी लिया. अब तो उसको वॉमिट ही आने वाली हो गई. अब उसने क्या किया? जूस पिया, भागी भागी करके मम्मा के पास गया और डोर नॉक किया और मम्मा को बोला मम्मा. और उसने रोई रोई शुरू कर दी. 15 मिनट्स तो वो रोई रोई करता रहा. मैंने कहा क्या हुआ? फिर 15 मिनट्स बाद मम्मा ने उसको बोला देखो आप रोई रोई मत करो, अगर आप मुझे सच्ची सच्ची बात बता दोगे ना तो मैं आपकी पिट्टी नहीं करूंगी. अब आपको पता है ना अगर मैं सच्ची बोल दूंगा तो पापा मम्मा मुझे मारते थोड़ी है. ऐसे ओके फाइन. तो फिर काचू पाचू की मम्मा ने बोला कि ठीक, अब मुझे बताओ आपने सच्ची सच्ची किया क्या है. तो वो सारी की सारी बात अपनी मम्मा को बता देता है. मम्मा उसको हगी करती है और उसकी बैक को रब करती है. वो कहती है कि मैं बर्फ दिला देती हूँ, आपको वॉमिट चाहिए तो वॉमिट कर लो. ओके ठीक है. फिर क्या होता है? फिर वो उसने समझा 2 चीजें. ऐसे कौन सी 2 चीजें सीखी? अगर हम पेरेंट्स को सच्ची सच्ची बता देते हैं ना कुछ, वो मारते नहीं है, वो प्यार करते हैं और समझा देते हैं। और दूसरा, काचू पाचू नहीं बनना चाहिए। ऐसे क्या लगता है काचू पाचू बन के? वॉमिट हो जाती है, कैविटी हो जाती है, चीज सारे ब्लैक हो जाते हैं, तो काचू पाचू नहीं बनना ना। व्हाट डू वी अंडरस्टैंड ऑल ऑफ दिस? मैंने कोशिश की है इसी एक स्टोरी से सब कुछ कवर करने की, which I was trying in my presentation. Can I have some water, please, if possible? Thank you. So if you give any concept to any kid, it's not necessary being a teacher that you have to teach that concept or that learning with message. Just give them a message and tell them, draft a character of yourself, right? And try and translate that. You may also assess a lesson, like if you've taught proverbs in your class, right? You can say to weave a story that talks about that proverb in general, fine? Moving on. This is how you can plan a story. Let me take an example and explain it. So here, we all know a concept, right? A law of physics, which says and talks about gravitational force, right? So these are the things that you have to incorporate while drafting any story of your class. You have to start with a concept. What are you going to treat, right? So what is the basic concept of your class? It can be something related with science, mathematics, or anything for that matter. So we have a concept, then we draft the characters. Here the character is an apple, and we have named that apple Jenny. Moving on, we have a setting. So you have to draft a scenario. उसने kitten बनाया, एक कैंडी शॉप थी बड़ी सी जिसमें इतनी सारी सुंदर सुंदर कैंडीज लगी हुई थी, which actually asked or propelled him, motivated him to enter that shop. Fine? So वो setting आपको create करनी पड़ेगी, which is an apple tree, and there is a conflict. मम्मा की बात सुनूं, मम्मा ने जो लिस्ट दी है वो खरीदूं, या फिर मैं जो मेरे को अंदर से मोटिवेशन आ रही है कि मैं इतनी सारी कैंडीज मिल रही हैं, इतनी सारी चीजें जो which I really love to have, right? Which generally are not given to me. So वो conflict है. And then there is a resolution, which finally is getting an answer, which leads to you to a particular message also. Fine? अब यही concept आप multiple जगह पे apply कर सकते हो. Like this is talking about parts of speech in English. If you want, I'll share this presentation with you, right? It will give you a lot of more insights. This talks about mathematics concept, wherein we are talking about the place value and importance of number 0. I've already narrated it. मैं सिर्फ last slide पे आपको ये बताना चाह रही हूँ that while you are narrating, not the student. So there are few things that you have to take care of. One, there has to be voice shifts, right? अगर आप same tone में एक story सुना रहे हो, you won't be able to engage the audience. Clear? So there has to be voice shifts. Like at times मैं उसको बोलती हूँ कि आज क्या हुआ, तो आपको पता है एक lion आया था. अच्छा क्या कर रहा था lion? मैं खा जाऊंगा. So he'll make such sounds, noises, just to try and engage with the kind of sentences he's talking about. So जो भी characters आप present कर रहे हो, right? Try कि वो उसमें आवाज जरूर change हो. मैंने अभी the नरसिंह अवतार जी की movie देखी. It's a beautiful movie. Lot of AI concepts, lot of storytelling that goes into it. उसका एक voice shift है जो मैं जरूर बताना चाहूंगी आपको. जिन्होंने विष्णु जी को अपनी voice दी है. He says कि मैं एक particular तरह से अपनी perception में वो आवाज दे रहा था. और एक scene है जहां पे प्रहलाद जी water के अंदर गिरे और वहां वरुण देवता उनको निकाल कर लेकर आ रहे हैं हाथ में, right? और वो कह रहे हैं कि मेरी एक ही इच्छा है, प्रहलाद कहता है कि मुझे विष्णु जी से मिलना है, बट मैं तो राक्षस हूं, मुझे कहां विष्णु जी मिलने वाले हैं, right? तो उस मोमेंट पे विष्णु जी आ जाते हैं। वो कहते हैं दिल से पुकारोगे तो विष्णु जी आपको सामने दिखने हो। अब विष्णु जी वहां अवतरित हुए और वो विष्णु जी का वॉइस ओवर दे रहा है वो पर्सन। ही सेज मैंने बहुत ट्राई किया, मेरे डायरेक्टर को समझ ही नहीं आ रहा कि मुझे ये नहीं चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए। देन ही सेड, उन्होंने मुझे एक प्रॉम्प्ट दिया कि आप ये सोचो कि ये जो प्रहलाद बच्चा है, ये 2 दिन का छोटा सा बच्चा है जिसको आपने गोदी में कैरी किया। आपको दुनिया में इससे प्यारा कोई भी नहीं है। आपको जो जिंदगी में दिल से कोई चीज चाहिए थी, आपको मिल गई आज। यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड द पीस ऑफ योर लाइफ, निर्वाणा मिल गया हो आपको। तो ही सेड मेरा ऑटोमेटिकली जो वॉइस का टोन था वो बदल गया। मेरे को समझ भी नहीं आ रहा था कि मैं अपनी वॉइस में टोनल क्वालिटी क्या चेंज करूं, बट दैट जस्ट वन प्रॉम्प्ट चेंज्ड द वे ही वाज perceiving the character. Then you may also take certain pauses, you may even change the pace. कहीं पे आप बहुत जल्दी जल्दी बोल सकते हो, कहीं पे आप बिल्कुल स्लो बोल सकते हो, right? It's just the ways. Again, voice modulation में बहुत बार बात करता है, but pace और pause भी एक बहुत interesting way है जिसके थ्रू आप narration कर सकते हो. And the last being eye contact and gestures. Because हमने कहा different kinds of learners है. अब मैं बोल रही हूँ तो आप में से कुछ लोगों ने जिन्होंने अर्चित को देखा हुआ है वो दिमाग में शायद विजुअलाइज कर रहे होंगे। आई एम थिंकिंग ऑफ तनु मैम सिटिंग देयर, राइट, कि वो सोच रही होंगी कि वो एक्चुअली में ऐसा बोल रहा होगा, उसके हाथ ऐसे जा रहे होंगे, वो कैसे कर रहा होगा। आप में से कुछ लोग मेरे को देख रहे होंगे, मेरे एक्शंस देख रहे होंगे, कुछ लोग मेरी बात को सुन रहे होंगे, राइट। सो डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ लर्नर्स एंड एक्चुअली वी नीड टू ट्राई टू टेक देम ऑल टुगेदर and then use it as a pedagogy. There are several other ways. Shadows use कर सकते हैं आप digital videos use कर सकते हैं, right? आप puppets use कर सकते हैं, आप puppets actually students के through create करवा सकते हैं. Again, I can go on with this topic for 4 hours, but I'm running out of time and saying thank you so much. You've been a lovely audience. It was a pleasure talking to you all. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for this engaging session. Your innovative approach to storytelling as a teaching tool inspire us all to create more engaging and impactful learning experiences.
Now I invite Ms. Mukta Chabra, representative from Pratap Public School, Karnal, to share best practices by leaders and volunteers at her school. Please join me in giving her a warm and enthusiastic welcome. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon, respected educators. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. At our school, we live this philosophy every day through practices that nurture curiosity, creativity, responsibility, and character building. I, Mukta Chabra, PGT Economics from Pratap Public School, Sector 6, Karnal, feel privileged to be here among such esteemed educators. Our school upholds the belief that true education goes beyond textbooks and classrooms. It ties in creating experiences that shape the heart as much as the mind. We continuously strive to design practices that blend tradition with innovation, knowledge with values, and learning with joy. Today, I feel honored to share with you some of these best practices, initiatives that reflect our commitment to holistic education and prepare our students not just for exams, but for life itself. Let me draw your attention to a few of them. Tapan Rehabilitation Program. Our students interact and play with differently able children and learn empathy, inclusiveness, and compassion. Hub of Learning. Serving as the lead school in a cluster of 6 institutions, we mentor peer school to excel in academics and co-curricular activities by sharing our resources and experiences. International Cultural Exchange Program with South Korea. Under the guidance of our principal, we initiated a cultural exchange program with school in South Korea, where students shared rich history, traditions, culture, and gaining global exposure. Bird nest activity. Students craft bird nest as a hands-on activity to develop love for nature and enhance their environmental awareness. Vertical farming. Our students learn sustainable farming techniques such as vertical farming, connecting them with nature and modern agriculture. Compost pit initiative. A compost pit in the school ground helps students practically understand how organic waste is converted into manure. We offer NCC training, which builds discipline, safety awareness, and patriotism among our students. Bharat Scouts and Guides. Our school has an active Scouts and Guides unit, which cultivate philanthropy, self-discipline, and responsibility through scouting activities among students. Celebration of festivals, religious and nationals. On Raksha Bandhan, students prepare Rakhis and tie those Rakhis to police officials. On Gita Jayanti, celebrated at Kurukshetra, our students present cultural scenes. On Independence Day, depict the lives of freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh, Udham Singh, etc. Students Alumni Connect. Our distinguished alumni are invited as chief guests in school programs to share experience and inspire our today's learners. Health, hygiene, and environment. The school maintains a plastic-free zone and regularly hold drives to promote hygiene and health practices. Mock Parliament. Senior students learn leadership, decision-making, and democratic values by participating in mock parliamentary session. Whereas junior classes conduct mock elections to help themselves understand the ethics of voting, civic responsibility, and the democratic process. Motivational and career-oriented seminars are conducted by faculty and resource person to show students the right direction to achieve their goals. In the beginning, I heard learning by hearts, by hands. This is the example of learning by heads. Grandparents and parents' involvement. Special activities are conducted to connect students with their grandparents, ensuring strong intergenerational bonds and value-based learning. Parents perform invigilator duties during midterm exams and enhance the understanding among teachers, students, and parents. Green drive and sapling distribution. Students are given saplings to plant at home, and the development of these plants is displayed during exhibition. Practical and experimental learning. Science and commerce exhibition organized at school give students opportunities to showcase real-life applications of their classroom knowledge. Sports excellence, no bag activity, pottery, stitching. Above all, our 2 students have been selected for the prestigious Young Women Leadership Summit 2025 hosted by Birmingham University, London. These 2 outstanding Pratapians are among the 50 students from across the world. With these initiatives, Pratap Public School, Sector 6 tries to nurture not only bright scholars, but also compassionate, responsible, and confident citizens. Our best practices reflect a balanced approach towards academics, values, creativity, leadership, and social responsibility. These practices have made our students more confident, our staff more innovative, and our schools stronger as a community. In short, the best in itself. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected principal for our constant guidance and for giving me this opportunity to present the best practices of our school before such an August gathering. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing these best practices. We can truly learn from them and can implement them in our different schools as well.
There are occasions where words fall short, yet the heart overflows with reverence and gratitude to honor and celebrate the remarkable individuals who have graced this gathering with their esteemed presence. May I now request Dr. S.K. Garg and Dr. Vivek Sharma to kindly step forward to felicitate our distinguished speakers.
It is our privilege to honor the torchbearer of knowledge, the distinguished educators who represent their schools in the conferences and whose students have carved a mark of excellence by securing placements through JMIT. Today, we celebrate not only their presence, but also their unwavering support and dedication.
To begin this special felicitation ceremony, may I invite the esteemed representative from DAV Public School, Yamuna Nagar, to kindly step forward and accept this humble token of our gratitude. Let's welcome it with heartfelt applause. Representative from DAV Public School. No. Next we have representative from DAV Centenary Public School, Rado.
Please give them a huge round of applause.
Next we have representative from San Nishal Singh Public School, Ladwa. Please step forward and receive the Up next, we have SD Public School, Jagadri. Representative from SD Public School, Jagadri. Please step forward to receive the token of appreciation from us. May I now request representative from Government Model Sanskriti Senior Secondary School, Bilaspur, kindly step forward and receive the token of appreciation. Okay. Yamuna Nagar.
Now we have representative from DAV Public School, Yamuna Nagar. Please step forward to collect the appreciation. Please give them a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep applauding, guys. It gives me immense joy to call the next representative from Mukandlal Public School, Yamunanagar, to kindly step forward and receive this honor, please. Ma'am.
Please keep applauding, ladies and gentlemen.
I now request representative from MLN Senior Secondary School, Rado. Representative from MLN Senior Secondary School, Rado, to kindly step forward and receive this honor. Next, I request representative from Hari Om Shivom Public School, Rado, to kindly step forward. Please give him a big round of applause. I now invite representative of Sant Ram Memorial Public Senior Secondary School, Indri, to kindly step forward and receive this honor. Sant Ram Memorial Public Senior Secondary School, Rado, Indri. No. Representative from Indian Public Senior Secondary School, Rado. Is there any representative from Indian Public Senior Secondary School, Rado? No. Next we have Sir Vidya Public School, Indri. Any representative? Mukandlal Public School, Sarojini. Sorry. Sanjay Gandhi Memorial Senior Secondary School, Ladwa. Any representative from Sanjay Gandhi Memorial Public School? Please give a huge round of applause to him. Now I request representative of Sugni Devi Arya Girls Senior Secondary School, Ladwa. Representative of Sugni Devi Arya Girls Senior Secondary School. She is coming, sir. Representative of MLN Senior Secondary School, Yamunanagar. MLN Senior Secondary School, Yamunanagar. Is there any representative from MLN Senior Secondary School, Yamunanagar? I would call upon Ms. Seema Kataria ma'am to please kind step forward to receive the honor of gratitude from our side, and it's honor of Mukand Public School, Sarojini Colony, Yamunanagar.
It's my privilege to invite Mr. Srinath, Zonal Head SchoolNet, and Ms. Nandita from Burlington English please come on the stage. It's my honor to invite Mr. Srinath and Miss Nandita to felicitate our guest speakers. With great joy and respect, may I first invite Dr. Pradeep Mittal to kindly come forward and accept the token of heartfelt gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding as we facilitate our esteemed speaker.
Next, it's my privilege to invite Dr. Jaya Malhotra to grace the stage and receive this gesture of honor. Let's extend a warm round of applause to her.
Moving ahead, I request Engineer Priyanka Sharma to kindly come forward for the felicitation. May all express our gratitude with a big hand of applause.
With equal respect and delight, I invite Ms. Prachi Seth to join us on stage and accept this humble token of appreciation. Let's applaud her warmly, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Now we end the felicitation ceremony. Now, I invite all the principals who have shared their best practices with us on the stage. Miss Manisha Sasan, ma'am, please.
Ma'am Seema Kataria.
All the
And
principals, please come on the
please step
stage.
forward.
Can I have Mukta ma'am as well from PPS?
I request everyone to step forward for the stage.
All the guests, please come on the stage for a group photograph.